All right.
Here we go.
All right, you guys, hold on. I'm just writing some notes down. I'm writing some comedy notes here.
All right.
Tony, like they said in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, there are some strange things afoot at the Circle K. Strange things are afoot at the Circle, and there are some strange things afoot. Is today some kind of cosmic, like, solar calendar, universal, like bizarro day? I'm dead serious. Is like today some one of those like weirdo days?
I always look up the full moon, the moon cycle.
That's what I'm talking about. Moon cycles. I'm talking about like the Mayans, you know what I mean? With the pyramids and
it's approaching May 1st. May 1st is the next full moon. So it's approaching.
I could tell. There's something weird going on today, and weird in a good way. Like I'm all about good weirdness. You know what I mean? Like
I'm trying to teach my kids about the goodness of weird. When they say, "Dad, you're so weird," I'm like, "Hey, thank you for the compliment."
I've been embracing weird since I was a little kid. I am weird. I'm about as weird as it gets, dude. Once you get to know me a little bit better, you believe me, you'll be like, dude, he's weird. Paulie Mack is a weird guy. And I kind of embrace that. Like I run towards it and tell your kids to be weird, man.
Yeah.
Don't they say keep Portland weird? Or
I have the bumper sticker on one of my longtime planters. Keep Portland weird. When I lived up there, I was all about the Keep Portland Weird movement. Shout out Millennium Music in Portland, in Southeast Portland. I think it was Southeast or maybe Southwest. Great record store. That's where Stephen Malkmus would come hang out, and they had a pool table in the back. Cool spot, man.
Do you want to talk about your dodgeball days up in Portland while we're talking about Portland? Because it's one of my favorite things to talk about. Creative Tony was playing competitive. And by the way, I bet you were damn good. The kid's an athlete. Tony like left the Bay for a few years, like some years back, and kind of all a blur at this point. But I remember he was gone for a couple of years, and I'm like, dude, how you doing up there? I'd be calling him. He'd be like, yeah, good. You know, I'm playing dodgeball. I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, like, I'm in a league. I'm like, what? He goes, yeah, I'm playing competitive dodgeball. But you got a cannon. You're probably pegging dudes left and right. I mean,
it was so fun. I was like, wait a second, you're talking adult competitive dodgeball?
Yeah.
Let's go. And using those same red bouncy balls, right? That you can just, I mean, you want a good way to ruin your arm for life is play dodgeball.
No, I don't know. No.
I mean, you could shred your rotator cuff, your elbow. I mean, you could really shred it, but it was so much fun. And remember the rule that if you catch a throw, then somebody who's out goes back in.
By the way, let me talk to Noemi. Not that, dear. You shout out Prince Dirty Mind. I think Noemi's no, I'm not. It's please. We're trying to keep this a family-friendly show, but I know what you're talking about. All right. Anyway, you know, it's funny. I think about dodgeball, Tony, and I think about like when I'm trying to remember what year. This is probably like 80, 81. When I first moved to New Jersey from San Francisco, and I'm like getting like acclimated to this new school. Here comes our new gym teacher. Ready for this, dude? The guy's last name was Eddie. So his name was Mr. Eddie. That was his real. I think his first name was Glenn Eddie. This dude comes walking out. He's probably like, we were like 8th grade, 7th grade. He's probably like 25. And Tony, jacked. This guy was jacked with muscle.
Did he wear the bike shorts that have the elastic waistband with the two snaps?
I think he did, and it was barely containing his quads, just bulging out of the shorts. And he had guns, dude. His arms, he had massive guns. So, dude, we'd be playing dodgeball, and all of a sudden he'd be like, "Yeah, I'm playing today." And then Mr. Eddie would come walking out, dude, and people would just be up against the wall like, please not me, please not me. Because this guy had Regs, do you remember Mr. Eddie playing dodgeball, dude? He would knock kids off their feet playing dodgeball.
I think I found a visual of what I imagine Mr. Eddie to look like, okay?
Go ahead.
This is what I imagine Mr. Eddie to look like with the bike shorts.
No, way more muscular. This guy's not big enough. He's not in shape.
Wow.
Mr. Eddie was ripped. He was freaking ripped.
Well, at least he's got the shorts on, man, because those are the bike shorts I'm talking about.
Tight shorts, the whistle around his neck. Anyway, shout out Mr. Eddie. He's out there somewhere, and he's scared to Christ out of all of us. Anytime he started playing dodgeball, we're like, someone's going to get hurt. Someone's about to get injured today. And back then, it was just another day at gym. Like he would like, you know, you get a black eye in gym. I mean, today there's going to be a lawsuit. Back then, it was just like, all right, grab your stuff and go to class. That's gym's over.
You know what is amazing about this photo, Paulie? First of all, shout out Pony Turf cleats right there. The ponies, those are ponies. And then second of all, that people would put these on and look in the mirror and say, yeah, this looks rocking. I'm ready to go.
Well, that was like standard coach attire. And that's why I love the coach. It's a brief appearance, but the role that the assistant football coach has in the movie Dazed and Confused.
Oh yeah,
it's a home run. He comes running out. He goes, boys, you wouldn't even know your names if it weren't stenciled on your locker. Bam! And he like punches one of the kids right in the chest. He goes, my grandma runs a 4.5 40 or whatever. You're talking about sprints. His grandmother runs. Like that guy nailed it. The old school bike wearing, whistle hanging. Yeah.
And shout out coaching, man. I see Mark Wiseman on the chat, also known as Your Mom Is Cool. We have a match.
Marky Wiseman's in the house. Yeah.
We have a matchup against Marky Wiseman's team tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. first pitch.
Oh,
and he's suggesting that I wear those shorts for our matchup tomorrow.
Would you please, with the whistle? Come on, man, skin tight, Tony.
Hey, the beautiful thing is we play them again on Cinco de Mayo, which also happens on a Taco Tuesday. Everybody. Just a coincidence. But
speaking of Taco Tuesday, I met a gal.
Would you combine tacos and tatas on Cinco de Mayo? That's the trifecta.
So we were having margaritas with this gal.
Oh.
Yeah.
You should have seen the tatas.
He mixed in occasional knockers too.
You would go knockers.
I opened the door and all I see is massive knockers. And I said,
Tony, you wouldn't believe it. You want to come next time? Anyway,
what did you just say?
He would always say, you should come. You want to come next time? You want to join us next time?
I don't know about that, but I'm going to take a hard pass. Now I'm good, man. You want to see the biggest knockers in the Bay.
The Ta-Ta Tuesday. So it's not a Ta-Ta Tuesday when we play Mark Wiseman's Cubs and Gary Anderson's Cubs, but it is Cinco de Mayo. So Mark is going to wear a poncho and a sombrero, and we're going to do a pregame tequila shot at home plate.
Oh, nice. Hey, you know what's funny? I just bought some tequila home from Cancun. I got a big bottle of tequila downstairs. Hey, I wanted to address a couple of business items real quick as we get it out of the gate today. First of all, good day, everyone.
Wow, geez, Paulie, we have the audio accompaniment if we want to have the roadcast to work.
I do.
There we go. Stand by.
Good day, everyone.
There we go.
With the best. I think I say rest in peace when we talk about Mr. Vargas. I think so. I think. I'm not sure. I think anybody want to confirm that, Mr. Vargas? I think he's left us.
Not positive. Probably we got a lot to talk about on the show, by the way.
I know. So
I'm gonna take over for a second. Pause.
I was just about to make an out. Look at this. I just said I need to make more announcements. Look at this. Okay. All right. I don't know. I was trying to. Okay, go ahead. I don't know where you're going, but take it.
Give an outline. We got numerology.
Hold on. Before anything happens, this is the most important thing. Charles Acquisto confirming. Yeah. Mr. Vargas has left us. That's what I thought, Chuck. Good to see you, buddy.
Teaching anatomy classes in the sky. Okay.
Do you remember the textbook? The World of Life.
Yes,
that was the name of the textbook. World of Life. The World of Life. Okay, Tony, what are your big announcements that preempted my big announcements? Go ahead.
Dude, he died back in 2005.
I hate that. Yeah, it's brutal.
And I think it was an Italian name. I think the guy's name was an Italian name. Anyway,
when you talk about grills, dude, how about the grill of a Vargas, man? His face was just, it was a work of art. Shout out his role in Ghost also. He was like the angry ghost on the train yelling at dudes.
Yeah, Vincent Schiavelli. Vincent Schiavelli is his name as the actor. So rest in peace, Vincent. And only because we're talking and because I can, let's just give a little quick love to Vargas. There he is, right there.
Oh, yeah, look at him. How do you not love this guy?
Yeah, so just imagine
look at the anatomy on the wall right next to him. Look at it's like the female form over there. Yeah.
So imagine this right here.
Good day, everyone.
There you go.
And Tony, look at the attention to detail. He's got the pens in the pocket, he's got the collar popped. It's all there. Yeah.
The whole thing. Rest in peace, Vincent.
100% rest in peace. I'll see you
for your contribution
someday.
Totally. Yeah, thank you for your contribution to the arts.
I'm out. More. I got more trivia. Rags, only since you brought this up, my friend Rags chimes in. How about his wife? The craziest thing about his wife is, it's the most bizarro thing of all time. Rags, I don't even know if you know this. So the woman that plays Mr. Vargas's wife, you only see her for a second at the end when they're at the prom. And he's introducing his wife to the kids, and they're stunned. She's so beautiful. That woman was married to legendary music producer Phil Spector, and Phil Spector murdered her. How about that? How about that? Yeah, that woman, Vargas's wife, got murdered by Phil Spector. Look it up.
Whoa,
That's why he's in jail. That's why Phil Spector's in jail right now. Because he killed that lady in Fast Times. That's a true story. Yeah.
Here she is, Lana Clarkson. Lana Clarkson, right? The shot from the movie right there. There you go.
That's it. Yeah. Did you not know that, Tommy? Yeah, you got to know that. You got to know your Fast Times backstories. Yeah, there she is. Rest in peace, dear. What a horrible story. Phil Spector, what a scumbag. Oh, Spector died? Okay, I forgot Hardwood. I mean, the guy turned out to be a big-time scumbag, but great ear for music. What are you going to say? All right, Tony, finish your announcements so I can make my announcements. For the
I'm just going to say we're doing numerology. We obviously have to talk Niners draft and their maneuvering and John Lynch, flexing his GM muscle. We got to talk little Dalton rushing, Dodgers, Giants, bad blood brewing, and the Giants playing with a freaking chip on their shoulder, and I love it with this Vitello era, playing some beanball. We also have some bookmarks to get into. We have our musical assignment, Paulie. And to just start out, we missed a birthday yesterday. We're a big fan of this person. I just want to wish a happy birthday. I don't know how old she is or turned yesterday, but Joyce DeWitt, we missed her birthday yesterday. So happy birthday, Joyce DeWitt.
A big crush of mine when I was a kid. I love Janet Wood at the flower shop, man. A lot of, I always felt like Chrissy got too much attention, like Suzanne, and God bless Suzanne Summers. I got no problem with her at all. But it was like, I found Janet was for me. I was with Janet in that equation. Everybody loved Chrissy. I'm like, I'm riding with Janet. I'll take Janet any day. So yeah, happy birthday, Joyce DeWitt. I'm glad she's still alive. I hope she's doing well.
Dude, and like you said, the underrated of the duo, I would say, the underrated between Chrissy. People, she lived in Chrissy's shadow, but she really didn't. If you watch the show religiously, she really did.
You're 100% right. At the end of the day, I think Janet was running us up in that. Yeah. And Jack knew it. Jack knew it. Jack was partial to Janet. There's no question. They went the distance, Janet and Jack. Okay, are you done with your announcement?
I'm not.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not.
I just want to welcome a new member to the show.
Nice.
This is a dear friend, Paulie. This is Don Robertson. Welcome to the show. This is one of my dad's best buddies, and my dad calls him Pops. So we all know him just as Pops. So
I think I might have met this dude at a Niner Packer playoff game years ago. I seem to recall meeting a guy named Pops.
There's a damn good chance you did. Pops is a San Mateo legend. His daughter teaches at my kid's school. His son is a football coach, and he's a great dude. And my kids only know him as Pops. So Pops, welcome to the PNP Familia. Great to see your name on the chat. Paulie, you can now commence forth on episode 308 if you'd like.
Oh, thanks, Tony. Also, Scarlet Fire, you're 100% correct. Scarlet Fire goes, Paulie likes the smart ones. I do like the smart ones, because once you run out of stuff to talk about, then what? You know what I mean? What are you going to do now? It's going to be a real difficult spot. I've been there. Okay, so I'm taking over. Do you want to do numerology? Why don't we go numerology first, and then I'll make my announcements? Because actually, I do have something pretty big to share with you guys. Yeah. So, and then we'll get into the draft. We'll talk NBA playoffs. By the way, Giants, Dodgers. Let's stir up the bad blood.
We're gonna get into it. And Vitello, I'm down. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I'm down with what you're selling. I'm into it.
You know who I'm down with? You know who I'm into? I'm into Logan Webb plumping, dude. That's what I'm into. And we're going to talk about that.
And didn't we talk about in the ribs? And yesterday, right in the ribs.
You called it, dude. Tony's a baseball player. I said ass cheek. I said hip or ass cheek. I was like, hit him in the glute, hit him in the hip. That's probably pretty damn painful, though, getting drilled in the hip. That's got to hurt. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You got a belt, though. You have a little extra belt, leather cushion with the belt if you get the hip shot.
I can't imagine getting drilled in the ribs as any picnic, though.
No. That's why you want to go ribs, because go ribs. Make it tough for them to inhale and exhale for a little while. And Dalton rushing, when you talk smack about Jones, well, we can talk about it later in the show. We'll get into it. And also, Paulie, we also got to talk about your guy, the Atlanta Hawk, Kuminga.
Dude, we're definitely talking Knicks ball, because the Knicks are doing Knicks stuff, dude. Here we go. And by the way, just real quick, if you haven't been watching, I did watch the Knicks game yesterday, and they have now lost. The Knicks have now lost back-to-back playoff games by 1 point. Okay. Yep. 2 back-to-back 1 point. They are going to be. They might get. This thing could be over. I mean, they got another game tomorrow. The Hawks are probably going to go up 3-1 unless the Knicks pull their heads out of the Rays. But no, we'll talk about that too. And Kuminga did look good.
I'm all Hawks. I'm all Hawks ball. I'm on the Hawks wagon.
Kuminga did look good. I watched the game. He played pretty well.
21 points in 25 minutes, dude. Like
he was grabbing boards. He was physical. He was. I've never seen him so inspired. At one point, he threw a flex pose. He was going like this. Ah! I was like, damn, is that Kuminga? Is that our Kuminga out there? Anyway, the Hawks suit him well. Okay, Tony. So first thing I wanted to say is, this is a sad note, but we like to acknowledge the great ones on this show. So I want to make sure we get this out there. I would like to dedicate today's show to the memory of a great San Franciscan, and certainly a great San Franciscan who loved music and who dedicated his entire life to music. Great composer, great conductor with the San Francisco Symphony. Michael Tilson Thomas has passed away at the age of 81. And I was a big fan of that dude, because this is the one thing that I've never liked about music genres is that you run into these people sometimes who will call themselves, or what I would call them, like jazz snobs. Like, oh, I only listen to. It's like, the minute you start trying to flex or pose or like demonstrate you're superior because of the music you listen to, I'm turning my back on you and I'm walking away. Tilson was never like that. In fact, to demonstrate that, Michael Tilson Thomas, he worked with the Grateful Dead guys in the 90s, which I thought was so cool. He had Bobby, Phil, and Vince Welnick do a improvisational performance. I don't know how many people remember this, but they did an improv performance with the symphony after Garcia died. This is like in the late 90s. And then, Tony, you and I saw him. And again, this demonstrates like how cool this guy was. He was at the Metallica gigs at Chase Center when they played with the San Francisco Symphony, and he came up and was conducting. Michael Tilson Thomas conducted Metallica with the symphony. So rest in peace, Michael Tilson Thomas, a true music lover, a huge talent, and a great San Franciscan. And we dedicate the show to his memory today. I was really sad to see him go. I know I think he had a brain tumor, just awful stuff. And he's been fighting that for a few years. So rest in peace, Michael Tilson Thomas. You were one of the good ones. And we will remember you here on planet Earth. Anyway, Tony.
Well said, Paulie. Well said. And there's the picture of Tilson Thomas with Metallica. You see nice. Hetfield in the background. But I just want to also mention, Paulie, you mentioned great San Franciscan. And I just want to also just give love to what he did for the entire musical community and the San Francisco Symphony community here. And if you ever get the chance to go see the San Francisco Symphony at Davies Symphony Hall.
Incredible.
Do yourself a favor and do it, because first of all, that might be the greatest sounding room in San Francisco, number one. Maybe the greatest sounding room I've ever been in, to be honest with you. It is incredible in there. And go see the symphony. Go treat yourself. During the holidays, when they do the symphony along with movie scores, it's really fun too. So rest in peace, Michael Tilson Thomas. And Paulie, you said it perfectly. So I don't have anything else to add.
It's cool, man. And I would echo what Tony just said. I mean, going to the symphony is an amazing experience. I love it. I wish I did it more often. I don't know if you remember this, Tony. There was a brief window in time. Excuse me. I think this was in 2010, 2011, somewhere in there. This is crazy, but this is a true story. The San Francisco Symphony reached out to KMBR. And I guess they had people in the organization that liked the Murph and Mac show. And they were like, hey, we like this guy, Paulie Mac. He's always talking about music. So they I was doing reads for the San Francisco Symphony. Like I was doing commercials for those guys for a couple of years. And as a result of that, they would send me free tickets. And so I had that little window there where I was going to the symphony pretty much every couple of months. And I saw some amazing, and everything Tony says is true. And I'll make a recommendation. When you burn one up and then go watch the symphony, then come talk. It's a hell of an experience, dude. You got the symphony going boom, boom, boom. It's like so powerful. The sound is massive. Really neat experience. You burn one, you go watch the symphony, and you have a great night. I just think it's good for everybody.
Underrated is the comfort of the seating inside the Davies Symphony Hall. Honestly, the whole venue is an incredible venue. And I saw Tony Bennett there.
Nice.
It was incredible. And then also we did Home Alone with the SF Symphony. It's so good, man.
Oh, with the movie while they're playing the soundtrack. That's pretty cool. Yeah,
and then they'll break the movie. They pause the movie. They do like an intermission and pause the movie where the symphony has a jam for like 20 minutes. And then they do the second half of the movie. It's fantastic.
Okay, here comes the big announcement, and then we're going to go numerology. Then we get into the draft real quick. Tony, do you have an explosion? Something?
I'm gonna say stand by, Paulie.
Yeah,
Stand by.
yeah.
Here we go. Let's
Give me
just have some fun with this, okay?
Please.
I'm gonna see how this sounds. This may be horrible, but stand by. There we go. That's it.
Do me a favor. The gong is beautiful. When I finish this announcement, why don't you cap it off with a gong too on the way out? I think a gong sandwich is what I'm looking for here.
Sure.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the PMP Familia, this concerns all of us now. Tony and I have had long discussions about this, and I think it's time to pull the trigger. We are on the cusp of uncharted territory on the PMP show. Nothing changes. We continue to do the same show we're doing, but there is going to be one change. And again, we're not doing this willy-nilly. We talked about this a lot. And on the heels of what we just did this Monday, It just felt right. It felt like you got, and again, the truth of the matter is, you guys, anytime we make an adjustment to the show, it's with a lot of consideration and how it's going to affect you guys. But I think this is going to be something that's going to affect you guys in a positive way. So we have decided, based on a lot of research, we've had group studies, we've had focus groups, we did some charts, we had some graphs on the wall, PowerPoint presentation. We didn't do any of that. I'm just kidding. But I think that it would benefit everybody. So starting this Monday, this upcoming Monday, Creative Tony and I have decided we're going to move the show start time on Mondays only. Everything else stays as it is. High noons across the board, night flights on Wednesday. But for a variety of reasons, and again, seemingly, we get a much bigger audience when we do this, and that ultimately is going to help all of us. Like the better our numbers are, the better the show is going to be that we can offer up to you guys. So starting Monday, we will now broadcast beginning, Tony, at 4:20 p.m. Get it? Haha, 4:20 p.m., right? So we've done a few of these shows along the way when we've had conflicts and stuff, and it always seems to go well. There's always a good vibe there. And then again, we have like a really big audience that shows up when we broadcast from that time. So beginning Monday, we're going to try this out, folks. We'll see how it goes. We're going to be on the air Monday at 4:20. Everything else stays the same. Tony, I'll take all your reactions and a gong if I could.
My reactions, first of all, we're doing this because
rules are there ain't no rules.
Okay, rules
okay,
are
good. First reaction I'm getting. Sorry to interrupt you, Tony. I'm all excited. Soccer Bowl checking in. Love it. Scarlet Fire. Much better for the work schedule. Gravy. Puff. Yes. Rags. 7:20 Eastern. 100%. Karen Bell. Love it. Sometimes work gets in. I love Corinne. I like the change. Thank you, guys. We weren't sure how this was going to be received. John Joseph, I'm out. It's like 100 good ones. I love it. I'm out. John Joseph, you do what you got to do, bro. You know we'll be here for you though whenever you can access.
Hey, JJ, also I'll make a suggestion. JJ has my cell number. Anytime you want something read on the show, just text me, dude. Just text me and I'll get it on the show. Also, Paulie.
Thank you.
And in celebration of the new 4:20 showtime on Mondays,
Herb is a plant. Herbs are good for everything.
Herbs are good for everything. I totally agree with Bob Marley's sentiment right there. So thank you, folks. 4:20 is our new launch time on Monday. No big deal. I think it's just going to be better for everybody involved. And it sounds like a lot of you guys are cool with it. So thank you. Thank you for being cool with it.
Paulie, just to review, Mondays 4:20, Tuesdays high noon, Wednesdays 8 p.m., Thursdays and Fridays high noon. Boom.
That's all. Boom. Yeah. Just like that. Tony, from that to this, I would like to do numerology and then a Longbridge pizza spot and then NFL draft talk. Tony, go.
Well, you can go with this or you can go with that. So
you could get with this or you could get with that. Or you could get with this or you could get with that. What? Who was that? Was that Tribe? Was that Tribe? No, that's one Tribe called.
I think it's Tribe. I think it's Tribe Called Quest.
Yeah.
I was listening to De La Soul this morning, by the way, Paulie, the album Balloon Mind State. Boy.
I'm a 3 Feet and Rising guy personally.
3 Feet and Rising too. They have that song Potholes, about the potholes.
Mine was about Jennifer Jenny. Jennifer Jenny. I like that one. Yeah.
Stand by though, Paulie. I'm not sorry to interrupt you. I'm taking over the show.
Yeah, I can tell today. Tony's feisty. I see him.
Here we go. We've got Escobar Cheeks. The third is a Friday super. He says, I think I'm going to make Dalton Rushing my next son. His mom is single, and it looks like he needs a great male father figure in his life. Hashtag I'm your pappy now.
No, this is maybe the best. You know what? How do we don't keep this on the screen for a second? And thank you, Cheeks. Tony, here's my question. Escobar has elevated his super game to like the highest possible place. Is there a way we can save some of these and then do like a best of Escobar's tweets at the end of the year? Like, can we save this? Is that possible?
I mean, if I take a screenshot of it or something, I'll take a picture of it.
I don't know. Let's start collecting some of these because these are getting better and better every day, dude. I think I'm a make. I'm a fan of that. I think I'm a make Dalton rushing. Yeah,
dude. I like I'm your pappy now, dude.
You too. I'm your pappy now. I like that too. Yeah.
We're gonna get into that. And Escobar, thank you for the super, because I love what's going on with the vibe of the Giants and this scrappy chip on their shoulder vibe, and I remember Vitello said, hey, we're not out there for people to like us. Like, this is the team.
I don't care if anybody likes us. Right. I don't care less. I just want wins. Win me some baseball games. I'm happy. I don't care if anybody likes
want winners. Here we go.
I want people that want to win. Go ahead, Tony. Yeah.
Physical with an F, Paulie. Escobar Cheeks the third following up. He says, I've performed at Davies Symphony Hall. Not once, but twice, Paulie.
Mike, drop the mic. Well, the next time we hang out, I'm going to ask you a few questions about that. That's awesome, dude. That's seriously impressive. I'd love to hear more about it, and I will. We'll talk. That's great.
Yeah, Escobar. I would love to hear about that too. What was it like playing there? Was the sound incredible?
What was the best musical? Not the best, Tony, because that's about that. You talk about a feather in your musical cap. I mean, how about you? What's the most impressive or unforgettable place you ever performed? Music.
Oh boy. Wow. I don't know.
Oh no!
Yeah, hold on. It's just for Carlos De La Fuente.
I don't know.
I'll have to think about that because.
All right, I'll go ahead. Because
go.
Mine, Tony. I think you know this already, but probably the most nerve-wracking thing I ever did musically in my life, and I did it twice. I can't believe looking back. I'm glad I did though. I'm really glad I did this. I sang the national anthem at a Giants game twice. I did it in 2007. Then they asked me to come back in 2008. And I said, okay. They asked me to come back in 2009. I said, no. I goes like, I'm done. I've done it twice. I got away with it. And that is incredibly nerve-wracking because when you start singing, first of all, you're standing out there by yourself. There's no guitar. There's no band to hide behind. It's just you standing there like a jackhole. Like, I better not screw this up. And I practiced a lot. But here's what's crazy. You start singing, Tony, the delay makes it really difficult because the sound is bouncing behind you.
Yep.
And you're hearing what you sang 4 seconds ago after. It's really weird. Wow. Anyway, I did that twice. That was pretty amazing experience. And I'm glad I did it, but I would not want to do that again. You know what I mean?
Would you whistle the national anthem like we had in Baltimore a couple weeks ago?
I found that guy finally. I found him. I think I put him in bookmarks. We should do a bookmarks today. I think I stuck him in there. That guy was incredible.
We did. We played it on the show when you were gone, but we can definitely reprise it because of the added notes he puts. Like he with one breath in his whistling, he'll throw like 30 notes at you. So, and he's a champion, like a national whistling champion 4 times. So, Paulie, we have one more super, and then we can commence forth. Okay.
And we got to do numerology, and we got to do a Longbridge spot. But go ahead.
Scarlet Fire, aka Bonnie. She says you can run, but you can't hide. 420 it is. I love it, Scarlet Fire.
Thank you, Bonnie. Thanks for the support. And I would never hide from you. You know that. I embrace Bonnie. She's one of my favorite people.
Hell yeah.
But thank you for supporting the show, dear. Okay.
Yes. Before, I just want to thank everybody. The voting is over. And I want to thank everybody who voted for my cousin's son, Leo Ryan, the pitcher for SI.
Did he win?
I think we had enough votes because my whole crazy family was voting too. And they were passing it on to like customers from our pharmacy and cousins who do real estate and stuff. So I think they edged him out. But this kid in the East Bay, it was like neck and neck. So I appreciate everybody who did vote and voted more than once. Much appreciated. My fingers crossed that Leo Ryan becomes the player of the week. So I wanted to thank everybody for that. Much appreciated.
Nice. Yeah, everybody chipped in. I see Noemi right there. I voted 5 times. I know a lot of people did. Everybody got their pulled the lever for Tony's family. Okay. Rad. I forgot. So what are we doing? You want to do numerology? Yes.
Yeah, you take it, Paul. You do numerology.
Well, what's the number again?
308. 308. 08.
Pretty easy, really, if you get into it. I'll start with how about Steph Curry wearing number 30? Ever heard of him? And then there's another guy. I don't know if you ever heard of this guy. He was a quarterback for the Niners. He is in the Hall of Fame. His name is Steve Young. He wore number 8. That's a hell of a prestigious number today. 30 and 8.
Yep.
Curry, Young, Hall of Famers, both of them. So, yeah, in fact, when Curry goes to the Hall, they should build a whole new wing for Steph Curry. I want his room to be bigger than the museum itself, because there are not many people you can say this about. Steph Curry clearly has changed the face of basketball. He's changed the way the game is played. Same way Jimi Hendrix changed the way people played the guitar. Like, he changed the whole game. And that's Steph Curry, folks. So, yeah, Curry and Steve Young. How about you? What do you got, T?
I'm going to go back in time, Paulie, and I'm going to give you, first of all, Greg Pookie for the 49ers.
Wow,
Greg,
dude. What? Oh, dude.
For number 38.
Okay.
Number 38, Greg Pookie.
P-U-K-I. Pookie.
P-U-K. Could you imagine if you were walking somewhere and you ran into a Pookie jersey? I don't know what I would do if I saw
I would
somebody
probably give the guy a hug, even if I didn't know him. I'd say, listen, I don't know you.
With him. I say, can I take a picture with you, please?
Yeah.
I want to freeze this moment in time. Greg Pookie. And then Paulie, I got to go back in time to Giants, early 80s orange and black. The Moon Man, Greg Minton.
Dude, great.
Come on.
Beautifully done. Yeah. Well played, Tony. I went with the obvious low-hanging fruit. You went deep. Pookie? I mean, dude, Pookie. You could.
And then if you want to do 83, we got to do Ronaldo Skeets Nehemiah.
Now you're just showing off. Now you're showing off. By the way, I want to just say a word about Moon Man Minton. I think that he made a couple of all-star teams. That's one. And then number 2, Greg Minton, to the best of my memory, I think he wore tinted shades. Am I wrong? My voice is going today. Excuse me, guys. Excuse me. I believe Minton used to pitch with tinted shades on. I might be wrong, but I have that in my head. I think I also might be right. We'll have to investigate that.
All I know is Minton. I was a fan. A fan.
Man, what a great nickname too. That's my boy Moon Man. Call him Moon Man.
The Moon Man. I'm trying to get an image of. Oh, dude.
Is he wearing shades?
No, he's not wearing shades, but he's.
Let me see the mug of a Minton. He's out there somewhere. Yeah, Minton.
And you wonder why the mustache is making a resurgence, Paulie. Look at this.
Okay.
That's just gold.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking. That's the old Shea Stadium too. I remember those green seats up there. Great photo. That looks to be about 77, 78. Excuse me. I lose my voice again.
Incredible. Yeah. So there he is. There's another good shot of him right there. And
that's a 70s looking dude, man. He's all 70s all the time. Yeah,
the Moon Man, dude. I think. Oh, that's the photo.
Nice.
That's the one. Nice. Look at that.
Now, I got to tell you, Tony, I'm partial to that look right there. They wore those in 78, 79, 80. That jersey. I would love it if they would just wear those for a weekend, like do a throwback weekend instead of City Connect. Wouldn't you love to see that look at least for a couple days?
So the jerseys my son's team is wearing for Little League are the black versions of those with the white.
Sweet.
In cursive script with the orange outline. So yeah, I'm all about it, dude. The V-necks, the orange, white, and black stripe on the side, and the V-neck,
the elastic waistband, dude.
All of it, man. All of it. Yeah. So bring it back. Turn back the clock. Don't be afraid. Hey, if you're gonna take a chance, like putting purple in the uniform, you can give us these for a weekend. You know what I mean?
Yesterday, the Milwaukee Brewers were wearing their 70s uniforms, like the powder blue. They wore them yesterday. They had other teams do that. They do throwbacks. We should too. All right. Anyway, Longbridge Pizza. Listen, we love Longbridge Pizza, especially on a Friday. What better way to get the weekend kicked off than stop by Longbridge Pizza, 2347 3rd Street. Get some of that laid back vibe. Get some of that serious pizza. Get some of that South City vibe that Neil Denardi is bringing to the shop every day in, day out. Neil is consistently rock solid as a human being. And when it comes to flipping pizzas, he's not messing around. He's really not. He's so cordial. He's so friendly. He's so nice. But then you see him in the kitchen, whole different guy. He's like a black belt in there, like a samurai, just chopping up his produce, dude. He's flipping pies. He's making sure everybody in the kitchen is doing the right thing. If you live in San Francisco and you haven't been initiated yet, it's painless. And not only that, you're going to thank me on the other side. You're going to be like, why didn't I listen to Paulie Mac earlier? He knows pizza. I should have paid attention. Longbridge Pizza is where it's at. The sourdough crust, that's the game changer for me. That one element it just brings a whole different flip. Like Rags, I would love for you to try the sourdough pizza. Rags never had that.
Yeah, I know.
Did you know this, Tony? I bet you. I wonder if you even know this. Sourdough crust it's totally specific to the Bay Area. Like on the East Coast, New York, Boston, Philly, there's no such thing.
Paulie, I think it's specific to Longbridge. I haven't had sourdough crust anywhere else besides Longbridge pizza, unless it's like a special menu item as a one-off at a restaurant. But like to consistently have sourdough pizza, I think Longbridge Pizza is the only place in San Francisco or in the Bay Area that does sourdough crust.
And I'm kind of like a sommelier of pizza. Like a sommelier is like a black belt wine taster. They can tell you, oh, hints of oak. Yes, pine. Okay. And they know like the soil where the grape came from. I'm like that with pizza. And when I first ate Longbridge, it took me a couple of bites. I'm like, what is it about this? What am I? Yeah. There's something going on here. And then Neil was like, just casually, maybe it's the sourdough crust you're tasting. I was like, the what? The sourdough crust? And that's when I knew I was in for something special. So get on down to Longbridge. If you are in the city, they do deliver to certain neighborhoods, but inquire within and go to the website, longbridgepizza.com. You can also obviously stop by, pick up a pizza, drop anchor, eat at the shop, watch a couple pitches of your ball game. You got Giants Marlins tonight. Stop by before the game, stop by after the game. They're always waiting for you Tuesday through Sunday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Longbridge Pizza, the kind of unofficial clubhouse for the Paulie Mac Particle family. And we've had so many great times there. We will continue to have those great times there. Sandwiches on Wednesdays are second to none. I mean, that's why I try to make a point to get in there on Wednesdays for the chicken parm. Other people love the Vinny's Gabagool. The chopped cheese is no joke. That's their version of a cheesesteak. You got the smash burgers. They're doing it all. Longbridge Pizza is waiting for you. Get on down there and then come talk to me. And thank you, Neil Donardi, for all the support. You guys have been freaking amazing since day one. So thank you, Longbridge.
Don't forget about the meatball sub available on Wednesdays as well. And don't forget about the Detroit-style square pizzas on Thursdays, Paulie. And also, come by Longbridge if you're going to the yard this weekend. Giants hosting the Marlins all weekend, starting tonight, 6:45 or 7:15, Friday night, 7:15. But if you're going to Longbridge before the game, grab something to go. Put it in your backpack and take it into the park if you don't want to stay at Longbridge. Or stay there, have a nice cold beer from all the local breweries that Neil supports that he has on tap. And then also hire Neil and his staff to come to your event. It's graduation season. It's Mother's Day. It's summertime. Email them events@longbridgepizza.com events@longbridgepizza.com if you have any interest in hiring Neil and his staff to come to your event and sling the best pizza on the planet at your event. And we've done it multiple times, and the guys are freaking Jedi, and the whole staff, they crush it at events.
Thank you, Neil, so much. If you're going to Longbridge this weekend, I am jealous. Shout out Patty from Napa, the queen of the scene, Miss PMP 2025. She goes, you know what? What do I have to do to get a Longbridge pizza up in Napa? I feel you. That's one of the things. Like, you want these. Other people have said, where's my North Bay location? Where's a Peninsula Longbridge? Maybe someday, Patty, maybe someday. And also, shout out to Patty. I forgot to do this. Patty got the pre-show post of the day today, even though I'm like 37 minutes late getting there. She said, I want just people to know, like, the effect my buddy Rags is having on the PMP familia. Turns out, Tony, the ladies love Rags. Newsflash. The ladies love Rags. Patty said, ready? I don't know if you saw this. She goes, hey, hunky Rags is here. Hunky. And then I started thinking, what a great word, hunky. Total 70s term, like women would call guys, oh my God, what a hunk. And I started thinking about what a great word that is. Has anybody ever called you a hunk, Tony?
Not to my face. I hope somebody is.
I thought you were going to say, not to my knowledge. No, not to my face. I've never.
I say not to my face because I hope somebody has referred to me as a hunk at one point in their life. But Paulie, I love the term hunk, and it's no surprise that a broad would use the term hunk.
Well, okay. I was going to offer this up because hunk to me is kind of a 70s thing, maybe 80s too. God, what a hunk. He's so hunky. But they have this other term for women that boys use that has now kind of evaporated. Back in the day, guys were calling girls foxes. Oh, what a fox, dude. She's so shout out Foxy Lady, Jimi Hendrix. What a fox. So I'm saying bring back fox and bring back hunk. And then for extra bonus points, Tony, shout out that candy bar that nobody ever eats, the Big Hunk.
Okay? Yeah, what is the Big Hunk? It's nougat.
Like taffy. Nougat, dude.
It's
I only need a little bit of nougat. I don't need too much nougat. A little nougat.
Funny, man. My kids were raving about the Three Musketeers around Halloween time, and I'm like,
I'm not even sure what that is. What's in it's like all whipped. It's maybe
nougat and chocolate. That's all it is. Nougat and chocolate. See, at least Milky Way took caramel and nougat and put them together with chocolate. You know.
Well, now they're coming in though. See, Big Woods Hardwood says Big Hunk is awesome.
Okay.
Beat LA dropping a Abba-Zaba. That's you and Dave Chappelle. Abba-Zaba. I love
the Abba-Zaba, but you got to be careful. If you want to guarantee an appointment with Dr. Young, Matt Young, and the Young Dental SF group, bite into an Abba-Zaba and tear at it because it could take your teeth out. Seriously.
No, I know. We're coming in with all the taffy candies now. John Joseph, Charleston Chew, dude.
I love Charleston Chew.
I like a Charleston Chew as well. I'm not going to lie.
Seriously, I love Charleston because Charleston Chewy is Chewy Louie. Remember the commercial?
Tony, I do. And now it's a nice pull, T. Nice pull. Okay, we need to acknowledge the NFL draft. Let's talk about it. The Niners have made the trade. They will pick first today in the second round.
Yes.
I got to be honest with you, Tony. I was fine with them doing that and getting more picks and trading down.
So, Paulie, they traded their 27th pick and their 138th pick to Miami for the 30th pick and the 90th pick. I think it's a great move. So they have 3 picks today. 2 in the second round, 1 in the third round, and then they have picks in the fourth round tomorrow. So lots to come today and tomorrow. I think it's 3 fourth rounders they have tomorrow. So
I want to say again, if you missed yesterday's show, you might want to check it out. We had Patrick Connor on, old Pecan. He was hilarious, dude. How about we brought him on the show? He's like, pistols. I'm giving you guys pistols. He was like shooting. Yeah. I love Pecan so much. Anyway, he had a few thoughts about the draft. If you missed that, check it out. But I will say this to you, Tony. Then I'm all good with where they are, but I'm one of these guys that always says, like, dude, I think you can find gold in the later rounds. I mean, look at, Joe Montana, Tom Brady. There's like all-time talents just out there kind of looming and lurking. And that's where it requires like, the right GM and the right guys finding talent, having an eye for talent is its own talent. I mean, no pun there, but it's true. Like having an eye for the right guy at the right time. And I don't think it's only about the first round. How many first round?
Paulie, Fred Warner, third round, George Kittle, fifth round.
Boom.
Brock
Great
Purdy,
example.
Mr. Irrelevant. Like, come on. Like, that's why I don't pay much attention to draft day.
And even the first round, dude, the first round to me is almost for suckers. Cause like, that's where you get, and I can't, it's disappointing and it's unfortunate, but how many times have the Niners made a big splash in the first round and you wind up being totally disappointed, like whether it was Reuben Foster, complete disaster, Solomon Thomas, never really happened, another first rounder. Now he has hit a few times. I mean, we got to be fair. He has hit, but again, I'm just saying the first round to me is all about the glitz, the glamour, the hype, but usually about half those dudes in the first round don't pan out.
It's going to be interesting to see how Mendoza pans out, man. And my buddy, shout out Rob Kellogg, high school, dear friend of mine from high school, texted. He goes, it's very interesting to see if the Brady mentorship with Mendoza in Vegas is going to pan out because most Hall of Famers don't make good coaches.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a great point because like you look at like Michael Jordan, not a good coach. Magic Johnson, like these people, like not good coaches.
You're correct.
Good players. Yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see how that pans out. And then we're going to talk about Sean McVay and the Rams selecting Ty Simpson from Alabama. It didn't look like McVay was too thrilled about it. I think I might have some audio from McVay actually. Hold on a second, Paulie. Oh, where'd it go? I thought I had it. Oh, there it is.
What can I say? I'm thrilled.
There you go. That's Sean McVay because he's a big, Matthew Stafford guy, and they already have Stetson from Georgia as a backup QB, but they drafted Ty Simpson 13th. And like we talked about yesterday with Pecan had a great point that he says he likes Simpson because he's the son of a coach.
I like Simpson too. I know. I saw I think it was Los D. I saw on Twitter today kind of bashing that pick and saying they should have. I think that was you, right, Los? You said they should have taken a running back. In any case, I like the pick too. I think I'm kind of in the minority. A lot of people taking shots at the Rams, and they got all these QBs already. But to me, just to my eye, Ty Simpson has a lot of qualities that look like he's going to be a decent professional. Like, and one of the, again, I said this to Pecan yesterday. I'll say it again. I'm thinking about Ty Simpson in the games I saw him play incredibly composed in the pocket. Even when it was like collapsing around him, he would just step up. He would glide to the left, glide to the right. He has had those feet, and that's what Bill Walsh always said, and it's still with me. Watch a quarterback's feet. That's going to tell you everything you need to know. If the guy can play in the pros, if he's not suited for the pros. And to me, Ty Simpson, I almost said Ty Webb, who is Chevy Chase in Caddyshack. I don't know why that jumped into my head. I'm sorry about that. Ty Simpson, he has those feet. He has that composure, and he makes good decisions. I like the pick. A lot of people don't. How do you feel, T?
I like the kid, and I think he's a good quarterback, and I like what the point Pecan made yesterday about him being the son of a coach. I do think it's interesting that the Rams went that route. I think McVay really wanted them to surround Stafford with more talent as Stafford kind of winds down his career, and to get him over that hump. But I think if you're planning for the future, I think it's a very good move. But if you want to, bolster your present day roster with some talent for Stafford, that's going to be on the field day one.
Well, how much do they need? Honestly, like how much because the Rams look pretty freaking good to my eye.
Puka Nacua could pull a Brandon Ayuk any day.
I feel he's on the road to that, dude. This kid clearly is a little unstable, for lack of a better term. Dude. Huge talent on the field. We know what he can do on the field, but he is seemingly unable to control his personal life. So yeah, that could blow up. The Puka Nacua thing could blow up this year if he continues this behavior that off the field.
Totally. And also Pine Needle, I was just searching for this on the web because I saw this pre-show, and Pine Needle brings it up. Thank you for the super Pine. Hope the Pine family is doing well. He says Rams GM and Simpson's dad are best friends from childhood. And David Lombardi reposted Albert Breer's tweet earlier that said Rams GM Les Snead and Jason Simpson, Ty's dad, have a very strong relationship to the point where Snead helped advise the Simpson family when Jason's son Ty was making a decision on whether or not to declare for the draft. So I guess it's not that big of a surprise that the Rams took them, for if you want to trace the steps back to the relationship between the Rams GM and the Simpson family. So be interesting, man. I mean, Matthew Stafford better. I mean, maybe this is not a wake up call because Stafford had a great year, but this is going to light a fire under Stafford too. So maybe it is a good signing to get the best out of Stafford for a couple more years,
Stafford, well, I wonder how long he's going to be around. That's to your point. I mean, I don't know even if he'll be around in 2 years. I know he wants to
be around as long as his teeth are white, because he's the whitest teeth in any post-game interview I've ever seen last year. I know that's a weird thing to bring up, but every post, I'm like, God, this guy must go to Dr. Young for the teeth whitening. Yeah, but anyways, I think 2 years would be my bet. And Robot Centaur said in the chat, and I agree. I think this means that Garoppolo is no longer in the Rams picture, and that maybe this leads Garoppolo to retirement. So we'll see what happens there too.
Yeah, it's interesting. Again, I see Big Al right there. Big Al going, that Rams pick was an F. Most people feel that way. I liked it. I thought it was a smart pick by the Rams for their future. Anyway, Tony, Fareed, it was a Robot Centaur saying, why is it the Chiefs have a knack? They always draft these killer cornerbacks. That's a good point. And that leads me to my question. And by the way, give baby Nina a big hug for all of us here in the PNP Familia. Tony, I want to ask you, what would you like? And this goes for all of you guys. Throw your ideas up on the board. I'll check them out. What would you guys like to see? And Tony, I'll start with you. What should the Niners address today with this pick? Like this first pick, this is going to be their highest player, according to, talent wise in the draft that's still standing. So I know I have my own ideas, but what do you think? What should the Niners address today with this pick? First pick.
There's a lot of chatter about this kid, McNeil Warren from Toledo, right? The safety for McNeil Warren, and they could take him with this first pick. And I wouldn't be unhappy with that pick. Again, I don't know. I don't watch enough Toledo ball to know exactly what type of player this is. I can see the stats and I can see the data, but I'm not a data guy. I'm an eye test guy. And, but I like that. If they do that, I wouldn't be unhappy with that. I do want them to address the O line, and maybe that's what the 4th round picks are for tomorrow. So I'm not going to get hasty and say they need to do it in the 2nd and 3rd round today, because like you said, there's some diamonds in the rough there in the 4th round, 5th round. But the safety, McNeil Warren, sure, I like that. And what's his name? I'm a huge Brian Baldinger fan. Baldy, and Baldy's big on him. I know Cosell likes him too. And those
Shut up, Baldy's pinky pointing to the left when he holds his hand up. That's my favorite. Yeah.
Totally,
By the
dude.
way, Tony, the other thing about these later round kids, and I do believe there is something to this concept, is that the first round guys are such blue chip athletes. They've been having rose petals thrown at their feet since high school, continuing in college. They're the cream of the crop. They're getting drafted first. I think guys in the second, third, fourth rounds, those guys are going to be much more likely to want to work their asses off to prove themselves. Like Fred Warner. I don't think when Fred Warner got drafted, people were like, yeah, that's a nice little player there. Look at what's happened with him. I mean, I just think that these guys have a lot more they want to show you, that they want to prove. They're not blue chip guys. They're happy to be in the league. They're happy to be playing pro football. And I think a lot of times you get more out of those guys because of their kind of unsung, status in the draft.
Yeah, dude. And also I see Fareed saying on the chat, and I think I might agree with him, that the Niners might trade down again. So if they keep trading down, because I think you mentioned it, Paulie, and we've talked about it before, and I love how much draft analysis we're doing for a couple guys that aren't big draft heads. The sweet spot of the draft is around the middle of the draft. So keep going back, keep pushing back, and see what happens. I mean,
Tony, where's your sweet spot? Personally,
I like low and in.
Oh,
throw me a fastball low and in.
Oh,
and
I was talking about lovemaking, but you're into baseball. That's fine. Yeah. I'm kidding, dude. I'm just kidding around. By the way, speaking of kidding around, you know who likes to kid around? Don Peralta. Okay.
Yes,
see what I'm doing right now?
Nice,
Tony,
nice.
Because we still got a music assignment we got to get to. We have all these great
we
and
do.
Tony, bear with me because I'm going back to the same monitor again. I got to try to see if I can pull this off. Okay, I got it. Good.
You got it. You can go to multiple tabs, Paulie.
I got tabs right. Yeah, I got so many tabs you wouldn't even know. You wouldn't believe it, Tony. But let's talk about Stellar Design for a second. Dami Peralta's outfit, and Dami he's our good luck charm.
He's our Swiss Army knife, dude.
Yeah, he's our ace in the hole, man. Don Peralta's been making this thing sing since day one, and Stellar Design is his day job, and he's out here servicing the greater Bay Area and all their artistic needs. If you have an idea for the next big thing, but you have no clue how to actually make it, that's where Stellar Design comes in. Nice and easy. They take your back of the napkin sketch and they can turn it into a real working product, like on the shelves, like for sale in people's hands, kind of real, like the real thing. And again, maybe you have a startup company, kind of like the PMP show. You're working out of your garage, you're working out of your home studio, like we are. But we still count. We still do business. Or maybe you're one of the big ones. Maybe you're down there in in Silicon Valley. You're with Google, Amazon, Meta, whatever. They can still make things happen, and Stellar Design can still service those needs. You got to visit stellar.design and, make it stellar. Let's do the right thing here. Dominic at stellar.design. Dominic at stellar.design. Shoot him an idea. Shoot him, a message about what you're looking for artistically, and let him bring your vision to life. He'll probably show you options. 650-796-3144. You can also call Dom anytime. Most of you know him already, or at least certainly the people in the comments line. We've all hung out many, many times. For those of you that have never met Dom, there's no reason to be intimidated. He's like the easiest guy in the world to talk to. Super cool guy, sweetheart, and then ultra talented. So Stellar Design is where you're going to want to bring all of your ideas, and then let Dom bring them to life. If you're a freelance writer, if you're a freelance marketing guy, maybe you have your own advertising agency, a startup, but you need an art director. He's right here. You know what I mean? He's right here. Your long search is over. Dominic at stellar.design. And thank you, Stellar, for all you do. Thank you, Dom, for all you do. And we appreciate Don Peralta beyond the pale, T.
I was looking for the Paulie Mac and Friends poster that I freaking love. And I know it's saved somewhere here on the drive, but Dom, his artwork and his creativity are through the roof, man.
The logo that he did for the last Paulie Mac and Friends gig, I just told him a couple of nights ago. I was like, Dom, do me a favor. Please continue to use that logo, because he made it look so badass, like the Paulie Mac and Friends thing. I'm like, wow, that's a really good logo, man.
It's such a good logo that the Brisbane Inn took that style and said, can you please do our logo in the same style? And then they printed it on the wall of inside the Brisbane Inn. That's all Don Peralta's work. So it's all, and with Don Peralta, the reason why he offered to help us out in the first place is because he started as a startup. He went out on his own. And then Dominic was like, guys, I want to help you out because people helped me out when I was getting started. So I want to pay it forward. And that's what he's doing with us. And that's what he did with Brisbane Inn. And that's what he's doing with a lot of people. So contact Dom. And again, we're talking Mother's Day. We're talking graduation time. We're talking a special time of year. If you want to commission Dom to create something for a special someone in your life, give him a call, 650-796-3144, or email Dominic@stellar.design.
Quick question for you, Tony. You said Dom went out on his own. Tony, my question for you is, how does it feel to be out on your own? How does it feel to be without home? You used to laugh about everybody that was hanging out. Now you don't talk so loud. Shout out Bobby Dylan, still the greatest songwriter on the planet. What are you going to do? He owns that. He's the only songwriter to ever win a Nobel Prize for literature, for Christ's sake.
Hey, Paulie, how many verses in Tangled Up in Blue?
Oh, I don't know, 16, 17, something like that. Hey, no joke. No joke.
Every time I listen to the Jerry Garcia band version of that tune, I'm like, oh, yeah, there's another verse. Oh, yeah, there's another verse.
No, like, it's too much almost. Right. Like, you know, there's a couple other ones like that too. Look into Visions of Johanna sometimes. Yeah. Another 16 verse or my favorite, Desolation Row. The song's like 16 minutes long, verse after flipping verse after verse. And it's like, I can give you a couple of verses, but I can't play the whole song. It's just too much.
And stand by, Paulie.
We would all like to be able to live an uncluttered life, a simple life, a good life.
That's all. That's all.
Hey, Big T, I would like to, unless you have a couple more thoughts on the draft, I do want to pick I want to talk a little Giant baseball too.
Yeah, I want to get into bookmarks right now. And I feel like,
yes.
I feel like we don't have time because of the musical assignment stuff. I don't want to play the open and everything, but I feel like we're neglecting Joy Boy. But we'll bring Joy Boy back into the mix at some point. Just today, let's just go right into bookmarks, okay? If you don't mind, Paulie, because we got a lot to show here. And I'm going to get us in there, and we're going to have a lot of fun. There's some fun stuff in here. Yesterday, we... oh, dude. See, wait a second here. Oh, Sean McVay.
I already see McVay.
Oh, hold on. Yesterday, we were talking Mory Povich, okay? And
yeah, for the first time ever. Well, somehow Mory Povich popped up. Yeah.
And this, I mean, you know what? People might think I'm being cruel right now, but you know what, Vrabel and Rossini, you made your own bed.
They did. Nobody told them to freaking start cheating on their spouses. They did that all by themselves. Yep.
Yes, they're turning out to be just a couple of scumbags, really. So this is an AI created video, and I'm only playing this because we talked about Mory Povich yesterday.
Okay, I haven't seen it. Yeah.
Somebody made an AI fake Mory Povich set with Rossini and Vrabel on the scene, and there's scuttlebutt. There are rumors floating around that Rossini's son might actually be Vrabel's son.
Dude, by the way, what's her actual husband doing right now?
Dude,
he's in the lawyer's office being like, I want a pool, I want a freaking guest house, I want, like, he's just drawing up the demands right now. Oh, you want to be with Vrabel, huh? Good. Well, here's what I want. You know what I mean? I'll take a payment every month because she's probably the breadwinner, I would guess. Yeah, I'm sure she made a ton of money with the gig she had.
And the balls on the two of them to just. I'm still just stunned that they thought that they were untouchable or wouldn't be found out. Or
did you hear this other rumor? I don't know if this is true. There's so much stuff going around right now, but there's another rumor going around that apparently Vrabel was saying like coded messages to her, like in his press conferences. Did you hear about this?
Yep.
Like that he was saying stuff specifically for her, but it was like, I don't know. I
still want the NFL to come down on Vrabel and the Patriots for tampering, dude. Like that what he was doing through her is illegal.
Yeah, and I would like somebody to penalize Bobby Kraft too for trying to get in the way of like a newspaper doing its job, reporting the news. Guess what, dude? An NFL head coach cheating extramarital affair with a high profile broadcaster. That's news. What's a newspaper's job? To report the effing news, dude. Don't try to squash freedom of the press. Don't start getting involved with that kind of crap because that's like next level. It's beyond censorship. You're paying people off. That's a crime right there. So anyway, to your point, don't stop with these two. Get Bobby Kraft as well. If he can find whatever massage parlor he's hanging out in.
That's why, Paulie, for life, double guns Patriots. Double guns. I got no love for the Patriots.
You really start looking at the big picture. There's never been a championship organization like the Patriots that's been involved with more scandals.
Right.
Like they are scandal laden. It's getting pretty embarrassing at this point.
Yeah. By the way, Pine Needle saying on the chat, Roger Goodell addressed it last night and said it's not an NFL matter. That's a bunch of crap, dude. And all the ESPN, we're not going to report on it. NFL Network, we're not going to report on it. It's like, dude, how about being newsworthy?
Right.
But anyways, so
let's see this. I haven't seen this. I have no idea what's coming. All right.
It's a quick little thing I saw, but it's funny. I just thought it was funny that we were talking Mory Povich yesterday, and here somebody made a Mory Povich AI video. This is funny. Here we go.
Okay. In the case of 4-year-old Mike Vrabel, you are the father.
I told you, Mike.
AI is scary, dude. That looks too real. That is this poor guy. I mean, look at this guy, dude. How does he go home? What are his kids going to say to this guy? Like, he just destroyed his life. He destroyed
he had opportunity after opportunity to shut it down, to not do it in the first place.
Shouldn't have done it in the first place. And listen, I got no problem. You want to be a coxman? You go out there with your sword and you want to do your thing, go nuts. Just don't get married. Don't destroy kids' lives. Don't ruin your wife's life. Just be a single guy and hang out with Leo DiCaprio. Cut the crap.
No question. You made your own bed. You made your own bed. I got no sympathy. No sympathy. And that, as a player, if I was a player for Vrabel, I'd be like, dude, I'm supposed to like respect you now? Like, you know? Anyway, back to bookmarks. Sorry, Paulie, we can go back into bookmarks.
Oh, that was great. I just actually did enjoy that. I didn't see that. So, yeah, man. It's all good.
Enough of Vrabel on his knees. Okay, this is a quick one. This is McVay asking.
Tony, I just want to say, like, you know what's funny about McVay? Like, he's a heated NFC West rival, yet when I see his face, I'm kind of psyched. I'm like, oh, good. It's McVay time again. Yeah, we're just hanging out. We're doing like his whole thing, but he looks pretty pissed right here, actually. He doesn't look happy.
They're asking him about the fact that they just drafted Ty Simpson.
The pecs, dude, the pecs of a McVay. He always wears a super skin tight so he can like show the pecs off. Yeah,
he is the definition of the size medium.
Yeah, I like to wear them tight. What do you want? I like to show the definition. I got pecs. I want to show you my pecs.
He's big on that.
He puts in the work and he's got the bod. So
he puts in the work. Okay, good enough, man. He puts in the work.
I mean, this is just a quick clip, but it's just. Yeah. It's not like he's jumping up and down about drafting the Alabama quarterback.
By the way, Lily Merchant, real quick, coming in with a nice riff. By the way, McVay, he's not a hunk. Thank you. Thank you, Lily. I know. I'll take Rags as a much more handsome guy than McVay. No contest.
Instead of the eyes of Adam Gase, the eyes of Sean McVay.
Woo. All right, let's see this cat. What's he got here, too?
Yeah, I did. I'll keep that between us. We'll see. He's going to compete with Stetson.
Dude, look at this. Look at the fake smile, by the way.
Look at it. Look at that. Look, he does. This is a different kind of McVay.
He's not thrilled about it. Based on that and the clip I saw of him talking to Simpson on the phone, it was like, hey, congrats, enjoy the night. It wasn't like a very pumped up. It's very interesting, man. So just moving on. That's Sean McVay. And I like that there might be some weird vibes in Rams camp because the the 49ers, like you said, Paulie, the NFC West is stacked, and I'm going to pause this real quick before we get this. NFC West is stacked, and the Niners might be the third best team in the NFC West right now.
I think you're right. I mean, and the other thing is this is just back to the draft for a second. Leave Shohei up there. I just hope the picks that they make are with like how to contend with Seattle in mind. I hope they're keeping in mind like how slow they made us look, how we were overmatched. I mean, there's just no getting around that. You look at that playoff game between the Niners and the Seahawks, we were overmatched. We looked slow. We looked old, and I hope that the picks they make today are being considerate of that, because if the Niners can't deal with Seattle, they're not going anywhere. You got to get your division first. Right. And you're right. That's 4 really tough games. The 2 Seattle games, the 2 Rams games. I mean, it's the NFC West is no joke, man. So draft wisely. Yes.
Yeah, no question, man. And Sammy Darnold got married in the offseason. You see McCaffrey was at the wedding, so he's all happy. He's a happy camper. He's got a Super Bowl ring. Be interesting to see how the Seahawks do this year. And I see Big Alan Chico says that's why the Niners need that safety McNeil Warren from Toledo. Maybe that is maybe that's the pick they take, or maybe they draft or trade down again.
And who said that? Who said
Big Alan Chico.
Big Al, I'm with you on that concept. Like they do need help in the defensive backfield. Like they do. We need better safeties and corners out there. And that's, to me, that's what it's about. It's about the offensive line and it's about the secondary.
Yeah.
That's just me. All right, Tony, what are we looking at here?
Sorry. Just go back, and Rags might have a better beat on this being on the East Coast, but the New York Giants have a bunch of defensive ends now, and that Thibodeau might be trade bait or might be trade worthy. Would you make a trade for Thibodeau, the defensive end for the New York Giants?
Would I personally?
Yeah. I know, right? I think I would.
Yeah. I don't know. No comment on that one. I don't know. I'm going to let you address that one. Yeah, I stand back.
I think I would. Well, yeah. Because they need defensive line help too, man. You know, they have a bunch of pass rushers.
They do.
And it's like they're going to want to offload. And I don't know. I mean, maybe they draft a receiver in the draft, and maybe Dancer Boy Pearsall is on the trade market.
There's a lot of weird stuff going on. There's a lot of unknowns across the landscape. Like, what's up with Pickens in Dallas? What's up with AJ Brown in Philly? Like, there are guys that could wind up in different homes. We'll see when all the smoke clears. But I want to know, what am I looking at baseball wise here, Big T?
So this is yesterday's game, okay? And actually, it goes back to Tuesday night's game Wednesday night's game, and then Thursday's day matinee. But Wednesday night, Jung-Hoo Lee slid into home and got hurt on the play, and Dalton Rushing, the catcher, after tagging him to end the inning, walked off, and you could see him lip syncing. You could read his lips saying "F him," but the full "F him." And so this is the play to start that. Then you see Logan Webb belt him in the ribs the next day. And then there's another play after this, but I don't think this video shows it. But hang on, here we go. So stand by, Paulie. Here we go.
Now Lee's coming home, and the throw, and they got him. A risky move on Lee's part. Now let's hope he's okay. And that's going to end the inning.
Played here,
right?
And played it well.
So you saw Rushing say "F him," right?
Yep.
And then this is Webb, and this is Vitello, and this is the Giants chip on their shoulder this year. I love it. Here we go.
Played here and played it well.
That's all.
And this may have had a little purpose to it. Rushing said a couple things in game one. The Giants paid attention to.
I love it.
You got drilled. I love it. Did you want to steal when you got at first base?
I did.
Bam.
So on
How's that?
Who's ever covering.
Yeah, keep talking, funny boy.
Now. So, but Rushing then retaliates on Adames sliding into second base. So that
was pretty out of line, man. I mean, this is going to continue, because you're right. He could have really, if he rolled up on Adames could have blown his knee out. He could have blown. I mean, there's all kinds of catastrophic things that can happen. And Tony, let's be honest, but by today's standards, he was way off the bag. Like, he wasn't even looking to get into the bag. You don't see that blatant of a takeout maneuver. Now, you used to see it all the time.
Oh, dude, you'd see it early 80s, like all the time.
It was almost like a body check, but now they've cleaned the game up, and I was surprised it was that blatant. But yeah, go ahead, T.
Yeah, so look at this. And I would question that maybe he should have been ejected from the game, but here we go.
Like this.
No, don't do a replay.
They got him. And now they're going to call him out anyway, because Rushing went right into.
Yeah, he did. And he was thinking exactly what you were talking about.
So here's that play again at second.
I mean, what are we doing, Rushing? Like,
look how far off the bag he is. He's not going for the base at all. That's an illegal slide, my friends. He should have been not only out, he could have been ejected for that, really.
Yep.
I mean,
that's what I was saying.
That to me looks like intent to harm. You're not thinking about trying to get to the base. You're trying to hurt the second baseman.
So, not as if we need another reason to dislike the Dodgers. Here we go.
Yep.
Enter Dalton Rushing 2026, and let's go.
Big T, when is the next series? The next Dodger series? Does anybody know? I haven't looked at the schedule.
Like last year, they were big time spread out. I'd have to look at the schedule. I don't know. Probably not for a while.
Well, if you don't mind my saying so, Tony. I mean, again, I was probably not the smartest thing to say, but nobody ever accused me of being a rocket scientist. I would hit him again. I would drill him again in the next series, because now he needs to answer for this. Hit him again.
Yep, I totally agree with you, and I love the chippy nature of this team, and I got to think that is coming from Vitello. I really do. I definitely have to think that that's coming from Vitello. I am looking at the schedule here. They're at LA, Paulie.
Cheeks just put it up. It's May 11th. That's coming up. That's only a couple of weeks away. Hey, Cheeks, I know you got the hot blood in your veins too, Cheeks, and I know Tony does and I do. I say we hit him again. Hit him in Los Angeles next time if that's what you need to do. I don't care, but this can't stand. You can't have this going on.
It's crazy. They play is it a 3-game or 4-game series in May?
11, 12, 13, 14. We got a 4-game set, I believe. Yeah.
4-game set in LA, and then they don't play again until September. So
listen, I know it's archaic, and I know a lot of people don't like this, especially parents with kids. You're like, you don't want to throw at anybody, you don't want to hurt anybody. Here's the deal, though. I defer stuff like this to people like Tony, people like Mike Kruko, people that played the game at a high level, which I never did. And Mike always said, he told us this for 20 years, man. He would say, you got to let the players police the game themselves and let it work itself out that way. And I subscribe to that. I believe I agree with Mike on that point. And I say you got to police this, dude. If you want to roll up on our guys and look with intent to harm, you're going to have to answer for that. And
100%. Yes, Paulie. And also throwing at a guy in the ribs or the back is not going to do much damage. Tackling a guy like this at second base, he could have hyperextended Adamas's knee. He could have torn a ligament in Adamas's knee or rolled an ankle. Like, there's a lot worse things that could happen from this than just playing some good old-fashioned beanball. You know what I'm saying?
100%. Yes, Tony. And I also loved how Logan Webb, dude, he would have fit right in on our World Series teams. God, what a rotation that would have been. But he would have fit right in, because he's got that older mentality. And after the game, I don't know who the reporter was, but somebody said, like, hey, what was that about? That you hit somebody in the ribs. And he just played it off beautifully. 2-word answer. He kind of shrugged. He goes, fastball inside.
Yeah. And then they said, what about the Jung Hoo Lee thing? He goes, what Jung Hoo Lee thing?
Yeah, what happened? I don't know. What was that? Like, he's playing it perfectly. Logan Webb, man, we love you.
And he also, sorry, Paul, I didn't mean to cut you off, but he also stepped off the mound and started jawing at Hassan Kim.
Good
for stealing signs or relaying look. So you can easily relay location of a pitch from second base to the hitter. Like, you can put both hands on your knees, and that might be like an outside pitch. One hand on one knee might be inside pitch, or both hands off both knees might be up. Like, that's the way you can communicate to a hitter of where the catcher sets up. But Logan Webb caught on to that, and it's like started jawing at him. Like, dude, I love the bad blood is continuing between these teams, and I love that it's chippy and that Vitello is playing that brand of baseball. Because who knew if he was going to be a new age type of guy that didn't believe in this kind of stuff? I love that he's playing.
I feel you. Right. Well, do you think, Tony, like, what's your best guess on this? Do you think Vitello kind of gave instructions like, guys, don't let them get away with this? Or do you think he just says, you guys work this out however you want? Like, what do you think his method is, like, as far as like retaliation? Like, just, I'm going hands off, or I'm telling you, you need to get some payback?
I'm guessing Ron Washington ran over to all of them and said, you better handle this, boys. You know what I'm saying?
Good. I hope that's, good.
And Vitello maybe saying, I know what I would do, but you guys can handle it yourselves. Like,
nice.
That way. That kind of suggesting it but not demanding it. But
I like that. Yes,
between the beanball and between small ball, let's go. Give me more. Let's keep it coming. The chances are they're not going to win the NL West, but let's just play for second place in the NL West and get to the postseason, and then we'll talk. Right? Because then it's just a one series. And
they're all there. They got their undies in a bunch because the Niners, because the Giants just won the series. Well, you can't take the heat. Get the hell out of here, man.
And Dalton rushing, that's Bush League baseball, dude. So expect something to happen again next time they play on May 11th. And I love that. I love it. And you know what? Don't go after rushing, like we've talked about. Plunk Shohei to start the game.
Plunk Shohei. That's what I've been begging for the last pass. Hit him. Hit them. Let's see what happens. You guys want to start mixing it up? Hit their big dog and let's see where this goes. Let's see what's up. You know what I mean?
Just right in the ribs. And that was a beautifully thrown hit by pitch.
It really was. Because he even tried to get out of the way. He tried to get it and couldn't do it. Bam, right to the rib cage. You're right. Perfect placement. Perfect placement.
Thanks for indulging me on that, Paulie, because I really wanted to talk about that because I was like, I freaking love this new era. I love it.
No, not indulge. That was great. I'm glad we got into that too. I want to get into Dan Coach Emilio, securemoney.com.
Nice. And then musical assignment.
Exactly. So we'll go from this into the music, and then we can wrap for the day and get everybody into their weekend. But not before we talk about Danny Coach Emilio. Boy, he is out there. I'm telling you guys right now, we're going to talk securemoney.com. Don't worry about that. But I really, really encourage all of y'all to start following him on Twitter. He is amazing, dude. He's probably posting right now something about you know what he did yesterday, dude? I should have put this in bookmark. He I don't know how he did this, but he turned Devers into like an old man. He gave Devers like gray hair, and he put a picture of him up there with no helmet on. And he goes, "This is Dan." He goes, "Looks like old man Devers is back. He's not swinging. He's not doing it." He is on a crusade with Devers. You guys should follow him. He's really entertaining. But in any case, Dan Coach Emilio, when he's not posting about Giants, when he's not doing his own show on the NorCal network, he is a financial whiz. He is with securemoney.com. That can be a good jumping off point. Visit their website, securemoney.com. And it's like the perfect title for his operation because he's about security. He's about safety and protection. And again, that is a big part of the focus of Dan's work. Not only we all make money, to different degrees, but then it's like, okay, the money's in the bank. How do I keep it there? How do I protect that? How do I make sure that account doesn't get drained and go into a lot of areas that aren't really even necessary? That's one thing Dan can do for you. He's going to look at your finances. He's going to look at your taxes, and he can help kind of massage that. And that's what good finance guys do. He can point out like, you're paying taxes on this, and this, and you don't even need to. Let's amend that right away. So when you talk to Dan, when you work with Dan, when you commit with Dan, that's one of the great things he can do for you. Protect the money that you have. Make sure you never lose the money that you have coming in. And then he's going to assist and alert you with financial growth and opportunity possibilities. So Dan will be like, hey, you might want to throw a couple of bucks into this, or you might want to take your money away from that. Like this is what he does, man. He watches the financial markets. He knows what's going on, and he's going to work with you to maximize your income. And again, paying fewer taxes. Then when it comes to all the headache stuff, like life insurance, how am I going to do this? IRA planning, how am I going to do that? You think I know? I don't know what I'm doing. I go to a guy like Dan. I go, Dan, I need to make a life insurance policy. Give a brother a hand, and he will help you. And he's such a nice guy, Dan Coach Emilio. Red Jet Shell is a big Dan Coach Emilio affiliate, so you can ask Kirk questions about him. He's a stand-up dude, old school San Francisco. Yes, he can help you with retirement planning. Yes, he can do a life insurance policy for you and your family. IRA planning, estate planning. Maybe you got a 401k, you got to roll it over into a new account. He's going to do that for you as well. And again, then I'll just kind of leave you with this. The great options that he has, dude. You're getting great rates with Dan and securemoney.com, paying 7% on 2-year terms, only 8% on 5-year terms. That's as competitive as it's going to get. You will not find better rates than that. And then finally, I will say, if you need the right advisor in your life, we have them right here. That's what's great about this PMP Familia, this army, this community we've built up together, is that we're all helping each other out. And having like a financial kind of whiz kid like him in our roster is huge. Take advantage of his services. He's got 30 years in the business, folks. He knows what he's doing, and he can definitely help you and your family out or your business. Give him a call. Have a conversation and see how Dan can help you out. 1-888-960-SAFE. 1-888-960-SAFE 7233. Talk a little baseball, talk a little life insurance, talk a little financial planning. He's the guy for the operation. And Dan, thanks so much, brother. Have a great weekend and keep posting. Keep your Devers stuff up. I look forward to the next post. I'll be reading you tonight, I'm sure.
Paulie, you covered the entire gamut. I just do want to mention, you've mentioned this or that a few times today, and I just want to mention, and you also mentioned Red Jet Shell in the chat about a half hour ago. Wanted to make sure that we knew that it was Black Sheep, and the song is called The Choice Is Yours. You can go with this or you can go with that.
Thank you.
I want to get that out there, but also I just want to say about Dan Coach Emilio is that he will answer questions about your retirement, about 401k. If you're unsure of what happens to your income once you retire, if you're putting off reviewing your plan because it's too complicated, if you want to reduce your taxes by $10,000 to $40,000 annually, Dan can answer all these questions, and he can increase how much income your savings generate without risking it in the market as well. So again, contact Dan Coach Emilio. We are huge Dan fans. And also check him out on NorCal Sports Network at NorCal Sports NW is his tag on Twitter at NorCal Sports NW. And he's a very entertaining follow. And again, one more time, the phone number, 888-960-SAFE, 888-960-7233, or email Dan at securemoney.com.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Tony. I was going to say, don't just take it from us. You can take it from the great queen of the scene herself. Patty from Napa is doing some work with Dan, Coach Emilio, and I'm sure you want to talk about a power lunch. You got Patty and Dan on the line. That's a couple of heavyweights right there, getting it done in the highest possible way. All right, Tony.
Stand by. I got two things to handle. First of all, you mentioned Dan and his Twitter account.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
There's the post that Dan made. He says, Old Man Devers is back after a one-day hiatus. 3 more strikeouts today to bring his season total to 33 in 105 plate appearances for a K rate of 31.4% and a batting average of 230 and an OPS of 587.
How many home runs does Devers have so far? 1?
2.
I could use a little more pop out of him. Just throwing that out there. A few less Ks, maybe. Yeah.
Yes, and I let this kid. The comment right below, Brian Cass. Don't know you, Brian Cass, but he says, "Dude will hit 30 bombs and close to 100 RBIs. Promise he won't be the problem." Okay, all right.
That seems to be the general consensus. At some point, this is going to turn.
Yeah.
But it is concerning because he goes cold like this sometimes, and these are the kind of guy like I wish Will Clark would work with because. You start seeing his swing and some of the stuff he's hacking at. It's like, bro, come on, man. Let's get some discipline.
Or just let Luis Ariz be the batting coach for the team because of the way that kid swings the bat. His approach is what I feel like should be the major league approach, man. Like, and if you're big and strong, the home runs will come when you're not trying to swing, trying to hit for him. So, and also at least Luis Ariz was on camera yesterday saying that it was a dirty play by Dalton rushing. So when you're pissing off my guy Ariz, we got problems.
Okay. All right, so, Tony.
Bye.
Oh, yeah. It's business time.
Dude, Pine Needle, thank you for the super. We talked about that. The Rams GM and Simpson's dad, best friends from childhood. You're on it as usual, Pine Needle. Stevie B, dude, I did not see this until right now, but you and I are on the same page, brother. He says, keep an eye out on SF trading for Kayvon Thibodeau from the New York Giants, dude. So I don't know if you were listening a few minutes ago, Stevie B, but I just brought that up to Paulie. That I'd love to see that. I really would.
Rag says he underperforms, and Rag sees a lot of Giants ball. He's back there in Jersey. I'm just throwing that out there gently. Says he underperforms from a guy who sees a lot of Giant ball. I don't know.
Maybe he's just not motivated from a guy like Brian Dable. So maybe he needs to be under the Shanahan.
By the way, you seen the size of Dable lately? You seen how big?
That wasn't real. That was fake.
Oh, thank God. Thank God. I saw that. I was like, holy ass. Yeah. He was standing next to Salah. I guess we all saw the same thing, dude. They made him like twice his size. I was like, oh my God. Crazy thing about Dable is 5 years ago, they loved him. You got the picture show?
Yeah. This is what I saw. This is what you saw.
Look at it. Yeah. I was like, man, this is not a good sign for this kid. Come on, Dable. Yeah.
And look at Salah, dude. How can you not love Salah?
I'm just so glad he got the hell away from the New York Jets. And that's what that's what coaching in New York does to you. Drives people crazy, drives people to obesity. All right, Tony, the music assignment is here. It is time, folks. We kind of organically put this together yesterday on the show. You see how the ideas come sometimes, man. They just floated in and we took it, and it sounds like everybody likes this one. So we decided today we are going to honor songs from our favorite soundtracks, and there's so many good ones out there. I'm very curious to see where people go today. Did Dami Peralta send a list?
Holy moly, did Dom Peralta, dude. Dom, you are a freaking rock star. By the way, I didn't finish the supers, by the way. So
my bad.
Corinne Sartorio, I can't. There are not enough nice things to. I mean, I have so many nice ways to.
Corinne for life. Corinne for freaking life. She should be the mayor of Fairfax if she's not already. I'm not sure.
And open like a kids have lemonade stands. Open a Manhattan stand in Fairfax.
Open a Manhattan stand and tell Jimi Hendrix stories. You know what I mean? Just be like, give me 25 cents. I'll tell you about Hendrix and the Fillmore.
And have a stool or a chair to pull up so you can just sit and chat. With Corinne and Pam
Or we could have one of those wheels like behind the stand, like where you spin the wheel, it could land like on the Doors, Hendrix, Janis. Like, you spin the wheel. All right, I'm on Janis. Tell me some Janis stuff. Yeah.
I also like, do you want a Manhattan? Do you want a Negroni? Do you want an old fashioned? What do you want? Corinne is just, God.
You know what's funny, dude? I was not a big cocktail guy most of my life. I'm starting to enjoy cocktails now in my old age. And I want to say, when we had the party at Standard Deviant for opening night, I had a Manhattan. It was really good. She's
so gangster like that, dude. She makes the pre-made Manhattans in a huge Tupperware, and then says, "You ready to roll?" And then, of course, Humdinger 87, Leah Phillips says, "Oh, I got this. I'm gonna go get some cups from the bar." And then we were very stealth, and we also
did. That's right. Yeah, she did.
Such a gangster move by Corinne and Humdinger. So great stuff. Broads of PMP just repping strong. But Corinne says, when we were talking about Rossini and Vrabel and their shadiness, she says, and Vrabel, we were talking about the tampering going on, and she says Vrabel was also coach of the year. And guess who had a vote?
His squeeze, his side piece, as they say.
But it's not an NFL issue. It's not an NFL issue, says Goodell, who's making $50 million.
Goodell should go shove his head up his A. I'm so sick of him. And by the way,
let's pick Goodell, Rossini, Vrabel, and Shohei, and just put him on a hot air balloon that doesn't come down.
Up and away in my beautiful balloon. I don't even know who sang that or why that's in my head. Also, Tony, I want to say shout out to Corinne's new broad for the PMP community, Pam. I'm a fan of her friend Pam. In fact, I'm going to want more Pam at the next time we have a public event.
Pam will be at the Manhattan stand in Fairfax.
Okay, Big T. Oh, let's talk Standard Deviant, by the way. Sorry, we got to acknowledge our great newest sponsor, Standard Deviant Brewing in San Francisco. They now sponsor the music assignment every week, and we love you guys for all the obvious reasons. It's a great hangout. 2 locations in San Francisco. 1, old school, 280 14th Street in the Mission. You guys know I love the Mission, dude. I love the lowriders. I love the whole culture over there. Greatest taquerias in the city. And when they get the lowriders start like hopping and popping down there, man, it's the coolest thing. I love those guys. I love the whole culture. I really do in the Mission. But make Standard Deviant part of that experience. Hop on by, grab some cold beers, enjoy that neighborhood flavor, or go to the PMP clubhouse location, Pier 70 in San Francisco. There it is right there. I see the globe right there. We've had a couple of events at this location, and we've had a great time. 4 flat screen TVs, lots of space, plenty of parking available. And then Tony will tell you all about the beers. There's such a great variety of diverse beers waiting for you at Standard Deviant. The other thing about Standard Deviant, the Pier 70 location I love so much is just honestly the Bay View. It's like, what a great way to end your week. You go over to happy hour at SD, you pop a beer, and then you're looking out at the beautiful San Francisco Bay and that little housing area there where Tony and I need to get a place together someday. And I'm sure we will. We will wind up being roommates at some point. It's going to happen. And I've decided that's our location, right across the street from Standard Deviant. So make sure you stop by Standard Deviant, Pier 70, San Francisco, or 280 14th Street in the Mission, and enjoy the coldest tasting beer in San Francisco. It's also very important. This is a big part of their messaging. Because we asked Mark, we're like, hey, man, what do you want us to emphasize? He goes, tell them it's where you can get the coldest tasting beer in San Francisco. No problem. And then he goes, tell everybody in your audience that everybody is welcome at Standard D. They're not messing around with this, dude. They're all about like inclusion, and that's what San Francisco should be. Everybody's welcome, dude. No one's judging anybody. It's a very tolerant kind of town, and I love that about San Francisco. So everybody is welcome. Want to emphasize that point. And both locations are committed to providing safe spaces for all the people in the community. So come on down, regardless of what kind of stripes you're wearing. We love you. We want to hang out with you and drink beers with you. Also, last thing I'll say, and I'll give it to Tony, is talk to Standard Deviant about hosting a private party. Whether it's like a pre-wedding event, bachelor party, bachelorette, birthday parties, opening day parties like us, or Tony can bring the team in after a game sometime. It really is an ideal spot for that. And when you see the pictures, you can tell it's a big space. There's a lot of space there, so they can easily accommodate you. And thank you, Mark DeVito and the entire Standard Deviant family. You guys are freaking awesome. And thank you for partnering up with us. We love you guys. So, Tony, tell us about the beers real quick, and then we'll get into the music assignment, buddy.
I will, and I'm going to play play Shannon Kaler as well. But Paulie, Big Al and Chico, thank you for the inspiration right here.
If you need a beer, grab a beer.
I think Bruce Bochy would enjoy Standard Deviant Brewing.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, give me one of them hometown brews. Yeah.
Just a quick few blocks from Chase Center, just like literally less than 2 blocks from Longbridge Pizza, and then just a quick Lime scooter ride or walk to Oracle Park. So it's right here in the Dog Patch, Pier 70, 1070 Maryland Street. Standard Deviant Brewing. I'm going there probably today once because they're open at 2:00 on Friday.
Oh, you're a Longbridge. See, this is when I get jealous of Tony. Yeah. Sometimes, I get pangs. I'm like, he's living him right. I'm up here in San Rafael dealing with these neighbors. You know what I mean? I'll hit them with some public. I'll take care of them later. I'll give them some public enemy. Yeah.
Just blast some Chuck D, man. Yeah,
dude. Oh, you have I've cleared the deck. Dude, a couple times. They don't even get me started.
Do you have Rage Against the Machine's first album on vinyl?
No, but I can pull it up on Spotify.
Okay. Yeah, you might want to blast Bomb Track. And then also blast, Killing in the Name of, Paulie.
I hit them with a live by tour in the Snow Dog from Rush from like 76. You want to talk about seeing people run for the hills? Yeah. Dude, I cleared off the entire deck. And believe me, this is provoked. They provoked me. They provoke me. It's like me. It's like Logan Webb. Dude, you want to mess with me? I'm going to come back twice as strong. So anyway, Tony's living the better life out of the two of us today. But yeah, tell all the Standard Deviant people I said hello.
I will. And if you have Suicidal Tendencies first album, why don't you blast, Possessed? Or
I got it. I got stuff.
Institutionalized, Paulie. All I wanted was a Pepsi.
I'll hit him with a Black Flag, My War. My War. I mean, dude, believe me, they don't know what's hitting them. They don't know. But you want to mess around, you're going to take your medicine later. I'll deal with them later.
First of all, I want to say the beers. I want to show a great picture from Standard Deviant from the last time I was there, but I'm going to go down there. They're open at 2:00 on Fridays. Get down there. They're open at 4:00 every other day on weekdays. And then on Saturday and Sunday, they're open at noon. So, but their beers, you can get 6 packs of 12-ounce cans. You can get a case of 12-ounce cans. You can get crowlers. You can get, which are 32-ounce cans. You can get.
You love a good crowler. Let's be honest. You've been you love those. Yeah.
I love a good crowler, and they're fun to share. They're fun to share. Okay. Yeah. But Paulie, you can get their Kolsch, you can get their Hefeweizen, their Saison, you can get their Pale Ale, their Comet Pale Ale, their Tree People Hazy IPA, their Hop on Muni IPA, which is my personal favorite. Although the Comet Pale Ale is damn good too. And then, dude, the beer that we were sipping all damn day and that I had to chug 4 of them. Actually, I didn't drink 4 officially, but I said I would chug a beer for every strikeout of Aaron Judge. He had the golden sombrero, remember, on the opening day. I had chugged 2 beers instead of 4, but the Stud Light beer. They're Stud
Nuts Light. I had to rebrand that one. Stud Nuts Light, my own personal brew. Yes,
they're Stud Nuts. And also, by the way, I have a horseshoe tournament coming up in August, and they do kegs. Standard Deviant does kegs of any of their beer. Okay, you can get a full keg from Standard Deviant as well. StandardDeviant.com. I'm sorry, StandardDeviantBrewing.com is their website. Also follow them on Instagram. They're a very fun follow on Instagram. Mark DeVito's got character and personality and charisma coming out of his A. And on Instagram, at Standard Deviant Brewing is where they are on Instagram. Give them a follow and check them out. And get in there. Get in there. You can buy 6-packs. You can get mixed 6-packs as well. You can mix whatever beers you want to make up a 6-pack as well. And then finally, I want to show this photo that I took. If you look at this photo, there's our wiffle ball bat from the Shohei Ohtani. See the red wiffle ball bat?
Oh, yeah. Nice, dude.
That is lying inside Standard Deviant as we speak. And it's got
awesome.
Yeah, it's got a Tony's Top 3 sticker on it as well. So
yeah, it does. I remember. That's right.
Yeah. Yep. So that was the wiffle ball bat that was used to take down the Shohei Ohtani pinata, thanks to our Santa Cruz posse, which is Soccer Bowl and David Shanklin, a.k.a. NorCal Refrigeration and HVAC. Paulie, stand by. I'm going to have Shannon Kaler take over the program for just one moment, if you don't mind.
I don't mind at
all. Peep this, particle heads. PMP's weekly musical assignment begins now, right now.
Yeah. By the way, I saw videos of the brothers Kaler from Bottom of the Hill, Shasta from 107.7 The Bone, and Danny, Baby Huey were there, and it supposedly was a great event. Really good crowd. And Shannon and his brother Spence did a great opening gig for that, and we love Shannon. And the Stone Foxes, they're going to go on tour again pretty soon. We'll keep you posted on the dates for the Stone Foxes upcoming tour. Paulie, we got a big list. I'm going to share it on the screen.
Thank you. Take us to it, man.
Because wow, people, you guys came strong this week. Look at the size of that list. That is fantastic. Let me get rid of that site as well, just so it doesn't slow things down. And then I'm going to try and make it a little. Yeah, can you see that a little bit better?
I can. Bring it down a little bit so I can see the top. Corinne with The Graduate. Nice. Paul Simon. Hell yeah. Or I guess the Simon and Garfunkel. Yeah, yeah, totally. Great one.
Sorry. There we go.
Give us like a run through these real quick, T, or should we just leave them up?
Corinne, The Graduate. So, by the way, just resetting the musical assignment. If you're just joining us, that the musical assignment this week was songs from your favorite soundtracks, movie soundtracks. And was this inspired by Vision Quest yesterday?
Yes, it did. It was, and then I think it was Carlos who's been coming up with great ideas lately. He had the Sopranos party. We all got to assume roles, and I think he started talking about the Vision Quest soundtrack, and then I was like, well, that's cool because I got the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack behind me right now. And then we were like, you know what? Let's just do it because we didn't have a guest sponsor this week. And again, doors open, folks. Our preferred method is to have one of you guys join us. And just email us, pauliespod@gmail.com. We would love to have you next week or any other time. It's much better for us to have a guest. But since we don't have one this week, I just said, screw it. Let's just do great songs from great soundtracks. And there's so many. So, yeah, I'm seeing all kinds of stuff. I see something from Gladiator, from Gravy. Yep. I see The Matrix from, Mr. Lily. Wow, Lily going Wizard of Oz, Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Mikey, Sandy from Grease. Hell yeah.
Dude, I would not have seen that coming from Mikey. Great call.
Patty from Napa going, girl, bam, 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 you'll be a woman soon. You know what the problem with that song is? It always reminds me that's when Uma Thurman overdoses on heroin. And first time I saw that theme, she's like foaming at the mouth. It was like really unsettling. Okay, what do we got? Miriam with Elf, dude. Wow. You make me feel so young by Sinatra. Tony, I'm impressed. That's a deep pull.
That's a very deep pull. I also love Greg Trela going Top Gun, Highway to the Danger Zone. Come on, man. See, the Loggins library, the catalog, the catalog of the Kenny Loggins, man.
We all back Loggins. I got Loggins back. Sure.
Loggins for life. Look at Jerome with La Bamba, the soundtrack from La Bamba, Who Do You Love by Bo Diddley. Sweet Mad Hatter from Good Morning Vietnam's soundtrack. What a Wonderful World, Louis Armstrong. I have a bunch of Louis Armstrong on vinyl, and man, does it sound damn good, Paulie.
Also, shout out Cheddar, just my guy, Cheddar. A great handle, dude, Cheddar, who comes in with the sound of music. Do, re, mi, damn, okay. Do, a dear,
female, dear, Ray, a drop of golden sun.
That's a first.
Me, a name, I call myself, far. A long way to run.
Nice vocal T. And shout out Julie Andrews up in the hills making it happen. The hills are alive with the sound of music. Yes.
Shout out the Von Trapp family, dude.
The Von Trapps, dude. You know what I mean? You got the Von Trapps. They're up there getting it done. Tony.
How about this Nick Ramsey with the Titanic soundtrack? My heart. This is again, you guys are just reiterating how this is why we do the musical assignment, because look at how all over the board this list is. It's so freaking great. Nick Ramsey, the Titanic soundtrack, My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion. Rags doing Sleeping Angel by Stevie Nicks from Fast Times.
That's a good one.
Also, and then Ray Goodman, thank you for giving us the slam dunk home run of the song Purple Rain from the Purple Rain soundtrack. I mean, and by the way, if you haven't seen it, go watch Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band with Tom Morello guesting on guitar playing Purple Rain in Minneapolis.
It's beautiful. Yeah. There's really no other way to describe it. It really is beautiful.
Oh, by the way, Paulie, I just saw on Instagram today you can pre-order the MP3 or CD for the Chase Center show.
I'm on that. I'm buying it. I want that show. That's a show I want. I'm going to have to listen to that again about 170 times. Yeah.
No question. No question. Greg Collins, Blade Runner soundtrack. He says the whole soundtrack, original 1982. Red Jet Shell. She's dude, and Red Jet Shells. There's a great picture on Instagram of Red Jet Shell wearing her Michael Jackson Thriller shirt, and she just says Michael, all things Michael from the movies. I think the movie comes out today, so it looks good. The trailer looks really good, so I want to check that out. Look at Cheeks, Paulie.
I can't see Cheeks. Oh, there he is. What is that, Karate Kid?
You're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down. Dude,
that's like Pecan music. Pecan's big on that kind of stuff. That 80s, like, yeah. Great call by Cheeks. Did not see that. I didn't think the Karate Kid would be represented, but boom, there it is.
Totally, dude. Pine Needle, the Breakfast Club. Don't you forget about me. We just had a great rap about Breakfast Club yesterday. Great call.
Yeah.
And Bon Bon, aka Scarlet Fire. She asked about Last Waltz yesterday, and we said absolutely it applies. And she says, "Baby, let me follow you down," with Bob Dylan and the band. That is a great call. And then Dom, look at Dom going Goodfellas, Casino, and The Departed. Gimme Shelter. That's
That's one thing you can always count on. When Martin Scorsese makes a movie, there will always be at least one Rolling Stone song in the like, and he does it so well. Like in Goodfellas, when Leota's losing his mind and he's like mixing up his cocaine and stuff, and they're playing like Monkey Man by the Stones. I'm like, that's the most perfect marriage of a song and a scene. But yeah, Dom, no, great call. Scorsese and the Stones, like they're like this every time, every movie. There's always Stones in there. I love it.
I don't know if we mentioned it, but at the top of the list, Dennis Morrison, who is also known as Woods-Hardwood, and he does the movie, the Judgment Night movie soundtrack, and he says "Just Another Victim."
Are you dropping Judgment Night with freaking Dennis Leary on me, dude? And Cuba Gooding? I've seen it. I know Judgment Night, dude. I didn't think we were going to see that one represented either. And also, I think we forgot Noemi. Yes. And I want to shout her out because Noemi, first of all, you're not going to believe this. You're not going to believe this, but I swear to God, it's true. I almost picked that song. Nice. Eyes of a Stranger by Payola. I love that song. In your look, I sense a danger. You've got the eyes of a stranger. Great track, Noemi. Noemi's all class all the time, though. She always comes with the cool stuff. Good one. Real good one.
100%. If we did an album of the month club, she's like the perfect person to have in an album of the month club. I have friends that do that in Colorado. Instead of a book club, they do an album club, and it's a great idea. Maybe we should think about doing it for the PMP Familia. Paulie, hang on one sec though. Jessica, the Top Gun anthem by Harold Faltermeyer, which is a great freaking call, Jessica, aka Beat LA. By the way, that's Jessica. The beginning that plays at the beginning of Top Gun and Top Gun Maverick. That's what she's talking about. So yeah, man. Arkansas Dave doing Beautiful Girl soundtrack. Beth. Okay, he's going Beth, Arkansas Dave.
If I see you balling. Anyway, Tony, go ahead. Yeah.
You're good. Mr. Lily's better half, the Matrix soundtrack. Ramstein's do Haas.
You guys know any Ramstein? Yeah.
And how about Los and Gravy? Both going the Gladiator soundtrack. Both going Hans Zimmer. Now That We Are Free. How about that?
All right, hold on. I got to mark that down. That's going to represent the audience then. That's, I think, the only one that got multiple votes.
Yeah, I think so.
And what's the name of the piece?
Now We Are All Free.
Oh, hold on. That's going to be an interesting moment on the PMP playlist when that comes across. And again, guys, public playlist. If you're not on Spotify, you should be, because you can get anything you want at any time, or Apple Music. It's all the same. Tony's going to update the Apple Music playlist. I heard over the PMP 26. It's a public list. I will add these songs. Now we are what, Tony?
Now That We Found Love. No, that's not it. It's a Now We Are All Free, or Now That We Are Free. It's one of those two.
Okay, dude, a great call. I heard you, though. Now that we found love, what are we going to do with it? Who was that, dude? Is that Heavy D?
That's Heavy D, dude. That's Heavy D and the Boys.
God bless Heavy D. See, that's the thing. Back in the day, you would celebrate being overweight. You had Heavy D. You had the Fat Boy. Dude, the Fat Boys, okay?
The Fat Boys are back, Paulie. And also, Heavy D's biggest hit ever was talking about big behinds.
Doing the butt.
And remember, the set, he's dancing on the top of two ass cheeks.
Why wouldn't you remember that? And then Sir Mix-a-Lot came along and just slam dunked the whole thing. Well, Cosmo says you're fat. Well, I ain't down with that. My favorite lyric of all time. All right,
Sir Mix-a-Lot. My bad. I said Heavy D. Sir Mix-a-Lot. You're right.
All good. Tony, can I go first? I want to go first. I really do.
Sure. Actually, I'm gonna leave the list up there for your viewing pleasure.
I didn't realize it was so late. Holy yes. Okay, we better finish this soon. Here, Rags, this one's for you, brother. This one is for you. And also, I would say this one's going to be for Noemi as well. You guys thought I was bluffing. Look, I'm not bluffing. I got the Valley Girl soundtrack right here. Okay,
Nice.
kids. I got it right here.
Hell yeah.
And this is a great soundtrack. Rags was talking about that song. Eaten by the monster of love. Don't let it get me. Don't let it get me. Ow. But I'm not going monster of love. The Eyes of a Stranger, Noemi, phenomenal. I'm going with this great short-lived band out of Los Angeles. They got a couple of songs on this soundtrack. The name of the band is the Plimsouls. They wrote these really cool kind of power pop punk songs, kind of like a Cheap Trick, Green Day, Nirvana, like a precursor to all that kind of stuff. And the song I'm going to play, it's used so well in the movie. It's called A Million Miles Away. And it's one of those songs when you hear it, you probably know it. Started drifting to a different place because you're a million miles away. Bam, 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 bam. Anyway, great track, great band. They're only around for a couple of years, but I'm going Plimsouls, Million Miles Away, Tony.
I love it, man. That is phenomenal. And I love that you have that on vinyl. Because
of course I do. I got this at Red Devil, 4th Street in San Rafael. I always look through soundtracks. You find some cool stuff in that bin.
I love going through the soundtracks bin at Vinyl Solution on 25th Avenue in San Mateo. That's my spot.
Yeah.
And Paulie, that's a hard find. Like, that's not just sitting in stores. You know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
it's not. That's why I scooped it up. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, this is a great soundtrack. You never see it available. And it was only like $10. This was cheap. Yeah.
I'm going to show you mine now, Paulie. And I want to thank the schmuck that actually returned this. And I was able to buy this in the used bin for $2.99. Okay. If you're ready for it, dude.
I'm ready.
There it is.
Ooh, nice pull, dude. Nice, Tony.
I mean, dude,
shout out to the Walkman headphones on his head.
Look at the Walkman. Look at it on the hip, dude. The Walkman on his hip.
And look at the commitment. Look at the commitment to the moment. The sleeves are rolled up. He's like, I'm going. I don't know about you guys, but I'm going. Here we go.
The whole soundtrack, dude. Let's hear it for the boy, Denise Williams. Almost Paradise by Mike frickin' Reno and Loverboy with Ann Wilson from Heart. Okay.
That's maybe that's a future assignment right there. Greatest duets.
Yes, that's a great call.
Give it to me. Yeah.
Almost Paradise. We're knocking. Come on. Holding Out for a Hero, Bonnie Tyler. Dancing in the Streets by Shalimar. Don't sleep on Dancing in the Sheets. In the sheets, Paulie, not the streets. Dancing in the sheets.
I understand. Yeah.
I'm Free. Heaven Helps the Man by Kenny Loggins.
I know there's a mental health in there somewhere too from Quiet Riot. He plays that when he pulls into the parking lot.
It's not on the soundtrack.
Ooh, it should be. It should be.
No, you're right, because he's blasting it in his Volkswagen Bug.
Blasting it. And that made me like him. When I saw that in high school, I'm like, all right, I like this kid. He's listening to Quiet Riot. He's okay.
Ren McCormick, dude. Ren McCormick. And by the way, that's the scene where the flick of the driver's license on his chin by the cop.
Oh, flicks it. But is that his name? Ren McCormick?
Ren McCormick, yeah.
Good knowledge, Tony. Very good knowledge.
There's also Somebody's Eyes by Carla Bonoff, and then there's The Girl Gets Around by Sammy Hagar, dude.
I remember it. I like when he starts dancing angrily and he's drinking and smoking. Yeah, nice, dude.
By the way, look at Lithgow, the preacher, dude.
Yeah, Lithgow scared me. He actually kind of scared me in that movie. I was like, damn, he's too intense. Let the kids dance. And then I got to tell you, I got no problem with Bacon. I'll stand with Bacon. Yeah.
Oh, for life, dude. Come on, Ren McCormick right there.
Yeah, young Bacon. Look at that kid. Oh, look at the youth. I love it.
Oh, I'm just going title track, Paulie. Now you got to cut loose, foot loose. Kick off the Sunday shoes. Okay,
you know what I mean? The riff. Yeah.
Paulie, it's my wedding go-to. Every wedding I've ever attended, that's my first request by the DJ. Can you please load up Footloose at some point tonight?
Been working so hard for it.
Yeah. I watching my car.
Yeah. Is that the lyric? I'm washing my car.
Bound.
Beautiful. Oh my God, that was fun. That was a good assignment, dude. Yeah. I knew the soundtracks would touch a nerve. That was a really. I can't believe it took us 2 years to come up with that idea.
That's so funny, yeah, Paulie. We've never done that before. It
never even occurred to me. But again, guys, this is why we like to do this. We'll do it every Friday. Again, brought to you by Standard DV. And thank you guys so much for helping us out. And please do participate. Make a donation to the show. Join us on the air. We'll kick it around for a half hour or whatever it takes. And all you got to do is email us, pauliespod@gmail.com. We've had some great guest DJs, and we'd like you to be the next one. So hopefully we'll see somebody next week as a guest sponsor. Tony, it's Friday, fool, and I think we should dismiss the class. We're brushing up against 2 hours here. So I
want to thank Don Peralta, by the way, for putting that list together. And I want to thank everybody for emailing into pauliespod@gmail.com with your selections, because, it's just taking the time out of your day to do that just adds to the show. We're so thankful for you guys. And Paulie, I'm hoping that on Monday we are playing this.
Bombs away.
I really hope we're playing that. I went over to Instagram Live to check to see who was checking out our show there, Paulie. I see a bunch of names there. Thank you for checking us out on Instagram Live. And one of the names that stuck out, Paulie? Our guy, Rick Ganji. Ganjiman. Checking out the show on Instagram Live. What's up, Ganji?
What's up, baby? Good to see you, Ganji. I love you, man. The original creative director and a massive talent, as usual. The most talented people usually we're showing the door, and Ganji was like, I'm out of here. And he's been in New York City for like the past 15, 20 years, but he taught me a lot. I owe Rick Ganji a huge debt, and he was the original. But Ganji, rock and roll. Great to see you on board. And a real quick announcement from Patty from Napa says, guys, you're missing the big picture here. She sent a text on my private line. She sent a text, and she said that we do have a guest DJ next week, and I think it might be the one, the only, the Golden Cheeks award-winning Escobar Cheeks the third.
No way. Oh,
yeah.
Really?
So I believe that's what she's saying here. So, and we'll iron it out next week. And again, just a reminder, guys, new show time on Monday, 4:20 is a new start time. Thank you for working with us on that. I think it's going to be for the best. I do. I think it's going to benefit everybody. It seems like you guys responded.
And everybody can kind of get their Monday out of the way, and then come join us at the end of their Monday, and we'll celebrate putting Monday behind us. How about that, Paulie? And also, I just wanted to say that I'm going to play some sound bites here at the end, Paulie, but you just mentioned something, and I can't remember what it was, but I said,
take us into the weekend. I don't know.
I forget. I forget. But I wanted to thank everybody for watching on Instagram Live and on YouTube at Paulie Max Particles. And our friend Bocce Chris, who Paulie and I rapped with yesterday, he emailed me this morning and saying, yes, it is true. If you make comments on our YouTube shows, the actual show, not in the chat. I mean, yes, keep the chat alive and kicking. It's phenomenal, the content you guys add. But if you comment after the fact on our videos, that helps feed the algorithm. I can't believe what I'm saying. I can't believe it.
We need that. No, it's good. It would help us. Yeah, please do that. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah. So and subscribe while you're there at Paulie Max Particles. Feed the algorithm. Also, thank you to the Cron 4 family and Cron 4 Chris. And you can check us out on the Cron 4 Plus app on demand, or you can check us out at 11:30 at night on Cron 4. And Paulie, with that said, I hope we're playing this for the Marlins on Monday.
You just got your asses whipped.
And then Paulie, because it's a Friday, let's just do this.
Pelican flag. Come on, Pelican.
And we'll do this.
So say good night to the bad guy.
All right, Paulie. And then I will graduate the show. I will end the show with, in style, as we always like to do, with
business hours are over. Baby. It's business time.
Hit the mic on that one. All right, Creative Tony, fun week, man. Really, it was a really fun week of shows. Thank you guys for being a part of it day in, day out. We can't tell you how much we appreciate the support. And it's family. At this point, it's family. There's no more formalities. There's no more. We're all in this together, and we love you guys. Dami Peralta, Big Al, Noemi, Arkansas Dave, coming strong. Miguel. I got Rags in Jersey. I got Big Al and Chico. I got Patty and Napa. I got Ganji, dude. I got Rick effing Ganji. I love that guy so much. And Tony, thank you for all you did. Dom, thank you as well. Corinne, have a great weekend. All of y'all, be well. Go Giants. Let's watch, see what the Knicks do tomorrow. I guarantee they'll probably lose again, and it'll be fun to watch the fashion that they decide to lose in. And Creative Tony, that's all I got. Have a great weekend. Everybody be cool. Be safe, and we'll be right back with you Monday at 420.
420. And go Kuminga and the Hawks, I got to say. And also, hey, Niners 3 picks today, 3 picks tomorrow. We'll see what they come up with on Monday. We'll talk about it. So looking forward to that, Paulie. Without that's all I got as well, Paulie.
Okay, let's fold it up for the weekend, dude. You guys have a great weekend. We'll be back on Monday. Cheers, y'all.
Peace, y'all.